Let's say, let's bring in YouTube now. YouTube, welcome back. We had to restart, change up the setup a little bit. It seems to be the more popular setup. So thank you guys for coming back again. TikTok, y'all already know what it is. You got an extra device, go take it over to the YouTube, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, share the live with a friend or so or foe, And then if you have another device, sit it in there so we can get those hours. Those hours are very important for me to be able to monetize just off of you guys watching, which is really important. So that's like cost nothing. But if you only got one device, go over there, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and then bring your answer back. But we got to change this because your girl looking washed out. Your girl looking washed out. I'm looking washed out. Again, we are back. You guys, first of all, you guys know that the Diddy trial is continuously going on. I don't understand how people can still sit up here and say, oh, the fuck is that? Oh, that orange ass bitch. Can still sit up here and say, free Diddy at a time like this, right? How dare you? Where is your 222 goals? I don't have that on there. It's going to be too busy. Like, where do I put that? I can't do a regular sticker from the computer. So maybe if I put this yellow, it'll kind of help it out. I don't know. We'll see. Bitch, let me turn this on. But tonight's goal is 222, y'all. Oh no. It's gonna get real quiet up in this bitch, huh? What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Ooh. Y'all wanna tell scary stories? Ooh, my skin do look good though. Ooh, sensual, Maybe do something a little different. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do you like that. What the hell? I don't know. Anyways, whatever. What the fuck ever. Whatever, jabroni. Do y'all really want to see like the light that I have right here? Like, look how big it is. That's what she said. Look how big it is. I'm sorry. Hey, Cash Money. Hold on, Cash Money from Poco. How have you been? Oh no, it's a different Cash Money. But how you doing, CEO Cash Money? Thank you. I just feel I feel like it's a little washed out. But it's okay. I started the $2 train. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, my bad, y'all. I have to put it in streaming mode so I can make sure I get all of you guys. You go and do not disturb at 10 o'clock. So I have to. I love y'all in the royal family. So I have to, because sometimes you gotta go to bed. Thank you. How you doing, Reverend Pat? How's life been treating you? When you at school, at a point in time, how was that going? I am good. I love to hear it. So tonight we're talking about why don't black males protect black women, you guys? You ain't never ready. I be trying. And then, I'll get ready and we'll be live and everything. Y'all be like, mm-mm. Y'all will be like, now redo it. Do it back the other way. We're back. Oh, let me put it in the chat. Hey, how you doing, love? Any luck on finding Susie? No, Nancy, we can't find Susie. Define protect. Well, protect can be any type of ways. It could be protecting her mental. It could be protecting her time, or it could be protecting her love, protecting her heart. It could be physical too, and then it is just not even limited to relationships. It could be as easy as voting for Kamala Harris so your daughters can be able to have rights to their own body in case some crazy shit happens. Right? Things like that, I think, are very, very important. Like wearing protection. Come on now. Hold on. That deserves a hold on. Let me where our sounds at. Come on. Like wearing protection. It's Corey, by the way. LOL. I forget. I know I was like, I usually know all of our royal family members, but I'm like, I don't remember that name. And then I didn't even know how to say it. How you doing, Corey Love? This topic, yes, yes. So as we get into even talking about it, you guys. So if you guys don't know, well, everybody knows about the Diddy trial. I think that's a that's a given, right? Everybody knows about that. And okay, hold on, let me come back in here. So everybody knows about the Diddy trial. I feel like that's a given. And there are still people who are saying free Diddy, which is wild. Oh shit, that's what I meant to do. She said she started a $2 train. That's what I wanted to come look at. My bad, my bad, my bad. I gotta stay on track, y'all. I did not take my medication today. Okay. Okay. Yeah, girl. Guilty as fuck.
Not like us.
Hey, we got a subscriber. Who was that? Who was that just subscribed? Oh my goodness. So I have it triggered. So every time somebody subscribes, it automatically just plays there and they not like us. Who was that? Who was that? Y'all, drop some coconuts for a new subscriber. We have a new royal family member, new king or queen added to the Mickey Picky throne. To the throne. My yeah was on the road. My yeah was on the road. Y'all, what movie that come from? Why yeah was on the road. Why yeah was on the road. Hold on, somebody said they started a $2 train. I don't see it. Just in case I messed up, make sure you send to the right person because I don't want nobody else to get your money, honey. You know what I'm saying? Me. I know. Hold on, but I don't see it. Was it Cash App or Venmo? Wait, I'll check. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Because I'm like, I don't see it. Yeah, like if I put the $2, I have a question. Yes, I have an answer. If I put the $2, the 222 up here somewhere, I think is it gonna be too busy? You know, Naquan, hey brother, how you doing? Lady Lando, thank you for those hearts as well. Hey, yes, let me get that daily heart me. That daily heart me. I think those are very important. Hey, yeah. When we get to how many likes are we at? 5,000. Let's get to 10,000, and then we're gonna start bringing people up. So there we go. Mallory, thank you for the $2 train. My dog swiped me out. Not the dog saying, I was watching something. Mama, what you doing? Drop some coconuts for Mallory in the chat. Thank you for starting that $2 train. Of course, today is Thursday, so today's goal is two. You know, we believe in angel numbers over here. There's different ways that, the universe speaks to us. And angel numbers sometimes, there has to be ways that the angels reach out to us. And 11122222333 happens to be. Come on, no one. Go on, tap that thing on out, baby. Thank you so much. Again, continue to tap the screen. Let's get up to 10K, and we'll start bringing people up. Let me reset our gift goal. Drop some coconuts, you guys. Cash out. Okay, yeah, I just saw it. And tell your son, your dog, to stop swiping out because he watching Dog Talk on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because he is watching Dog Talk on YouTube. Thank you. Come on, shout out to Dayton. I have a scary story. Sides. You know what's funny, great Dayton? I was replaying the live from last night as I was taking different clips from it, right? And at the end of the live, remember I had brought up I think I had brought up something about um a dope man in a diaper or something like that. F Diddy, no Diddy. They damn right. Thank y'all so much for checking in on the YouTube. I appreciate you guys. I think that and we were talking about the diaper or whatever, and you was like, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. And I was thinking, like, should we have a topic one day to be like, does size matter? Oh, my bad. Corey, you said you had a question long time ago. I'm so sorry. Hector, you in the building too? Shout out to Hector. There's some coconuts for Hector in the chat, y'all. Just ain't taking her medicine. Let's help her. Yes, y'all. We have to work as a team. When I have not taken my medication, I cannot have too many tasks on me at the same time, right? That's the reason why we have mods. You got to understand, like, I'm supposed to keep up with the topic. I'm supposed to Wait till we get to 10K to start bringing people up. I'm supposed to continuously reset the gift goal. I'm supposed to check the Discord. I need to check the YouTube. I need to pull up the YouTube. I have to keep the conversation going. Yeah, and I have to look up information for all the stupid ass maggots that come in here with these fake ass stories and no sources, these fake ass opinions and these fake ass I can't even call them facts. I can't even call them facts. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's the emotion in the ocean. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Does size matter? Your live finna piss me off. Hector, let me tell you something. It got a little crazy last night. I ain't gonna lie. It got a little crazy last night. It was interesting because you see the post that I posted about the guy saying, "Oh, if she doesn't do what I tell her to do, she doesn't deserve my protection." Corey, you had a question. I'm sorry. I'm scrolling through the comments right now. Can you ask me again? I'm so sorry. I remember, but I don't. Are you on it? That was wild. It was crazy. It was crazy. Mizan, welcome back, love. Okay, we're at 8K. Let's get up. Keep tapping that screen. Let's get to 2K and we'll bring it up. So in the meantime, let's just talk about the Diddy case, right? The Diddy case is continuously going on. His what's up with the Jones live? Now, I saw that too. That was interesting. That was interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. I didn't see it. Hey, Reverend Pat, thank you for the $2 for gotta get on the train. Choo choo. Drop some coconuts for Reverend Pat. Thank you for the $2 donut. Said, let me get on this train. Let me get on this train. We are now at 218. Y'all, I seen this cute little calculator. You know how it's like old school, it's like pink and stuff like that I was gonna get so we could do our goals. You know what? Let me go ahead and add a goal. It may be a little busy. Let me see where I can put it. Let me see where I can put it. Let me see where I can put it. That's what she said. That's what he said. Let me see where I can put it. Let me set this up. Let me see. Where we at? 218. JESSICAC. Oh, bitch, I saw my name wrong. JESSICACYMONE. Okay. I feel like if I don't put goal on here, then you just don't know. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's see how that works. All right. Can't see it. Of course you can't. What's a calculator? You know those things that you push like numbers in, you push a number and you add things up? Like one of those. One of those. Why you always on the road? Why you always on the road? Did anybody say what movie that was from? Y'all don't know what movie that's from? Let me see the background shadow. Let's make it white. Oh no. Oh no, Jess. That's not good. You didn't like it. Custom text box, maybe? Line wrap. I don't know. Scrolling? Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm learning something new every day. Okay, now we gotta change the color on that. The Temptations. Come on, Temptations. Oh, a calculator. Hold on. What did I say? Because I feel like a calculator. I did not say catulator. Okay. Why does it say foil? Where? Where does it say foil at? Shout out to no one holding down the number one spot. Oh, bitch. I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. Where it say foil at? I don't say foil. That's it. Let me see. I gotta make it a different color. Let's make it pink. You know, I like pink. Pink. Does that work? Can y'all see that? Can't see that either. Boy, you in the wrong place. Y'all see that in the chat? Y'all see that nigga in the wrong? What the fuck that nigga doing in the front? If you know, you know. Okay. See, now it's on my head, right? Let me put it up there. And then you can't see it. That's why I say go, let's spell G. I know I was typing too fast. Your running banner said, oh, yeah, that's better. We see it. Y'all can see it? You can see the goal. You just can't see, like, but most of y'all know what my Cash App and Venmo is anyway. I think it's just not cute enough. And then I want it to be scrolling. Scroll, bitch. Scroll, bitch. Scroll, bitch. Come on. All right. Y'all know a girl is not taking her medicine. Okay. All right. All right. There we go. Um, did you put me in the train? No, I didn't. I was too busy trying to spell Taylor. Thank you for the $2 for me next. Me next. Go, 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 go. Hold on, man. Now we gotta change it. We gotta change it. We are now at 216. Boy, y'all, I love y'all. Y'all be running it. Y'all running a train on me. You know, very rarely do I have ever had a train ran on me, right? I was in Elena's live one day and they dropped like a train on everybody. That was the first time I had ever had a train ran on me ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was wild. I mean, not that you know, man, like that. If it's gonna be a train, that's the type of train I'm down for. And now all of y'all on the train too. So come on, let's go. So thanks for your order. Yes, y'all. So our Grits and Eggs podcast merchandise is on the way. Let's go. All right. So everybody knows that the Diddy and Cassie, the whatever. No, it's not even the Diddy and Cassie trial. It's the Diddy trial that's going on. Hey Harold. Heck, I'm just saying. And people are still saying free Diddy. His assistant, testified today that not only did he beat her, he slammed her arms in the door. He SA'd her multiple times. When she even did her interview, it was up to his room. He was in his underwear at first, right? It was cold at night. Oh, and another victim who came in to the forefront after the trial started, who also has a case against Diddy, also said that Diddy has a Tootsie Roll. It is a very, very, very small Tootsie Roll. Okay. Right. They're sick, no one. And then of course you have the Tory Lanez thing that's going on. Everybody's like free Tory Lanez, free Tory Lanez. The man is a criminal. He literally shot a woman in her foot. Why are we talking about free Tory Lanez? And there is even men going as far as saying that when I see Megan the Stallion, where's she gonna be at? I'm gonna pull up on her. Like you're gonna do something to her because the man that you love so much is in jail for a crime that he committed. You know how crazy you sound? At this point, you're sick as duck already. Exactly. If you gonna do something, if you gonna vouch for something, like that's the one. The foot. Yeah, let's make that a little bit bigger. You see how I got a new one, y'all. So yeah. So my thing is, and then with the Halle and DDG, people were saying like, um, what they say? Oh, we don't know if Halle's telling the truth. You mean to tell me you think Little Mermaid is playing with DDG? You think she chipped her own too? And they think, and I'm tired of people thinking that because you're a man picks his son up and displays him on live stream that he's a good father because you babysat. It analyzes me when men say I babysat my child. That's your fucking child. I am disappointed to see. Hey, Cubby, how you doing, love? Ruby said he was abusive. The prior, isn't she the baby mama, right? She already said it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get like why this is an issue. I don't get why this is an issue. Why would we think that the Little Mermaid? And then if you're a good father, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that I am. And you probably ain't even gonna make me think otherwise when it comes to this. But if you're allegedly a good father, then why are you calling your mom, your baby mom, a bitch in front of your child while she is just trying to make sure that your child is good? Hey, Harold, long time no see. Thank you for the $25 that says, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Throw Diddy under the jail. And I have missed you. I missed you too. That's why I said long time no see. I appreciate you. Can I get some massive coconuts for Harold in the chat right fucking now, you guys? I want to see coconuts. Thank you, Harold. Yeah, he need to be under the jail, which is why I can't understand why anybody with me saying free Diddy. But I also know that I also have heard that they are paying people outside of the precinct or outside of the courthouse or whatever like $20 an hour if they will wear free Diddy shirts, right? If they will wear free Diddy shirts. So, that's another thing that plays into propaganda and the illusion of things. That's why it's very important to just one stick to what you know, have your own mind, and do your research, which is very important too. Because you can be easily be fooled. You can think, oh, all these people out here want a free Diddy, and they can really care less about free Diddy and know that they may not be morally inept, but they're like, hey, at least I'm getting my rent paid, because if the trial is lasting from 6 or 7 in the morning, all the way to 4 or 5 o'clock p.m., and I'm making $20 an hour, and all I gotta do is stand here in this free Diddy shirt, then there are a lot of people are like, by all means, free Diddy. Hey Latrine, how you doing, love? So yeah, and if you think, oh, we achieved our goal, okay. I feel like we starting to hit them hollows. Let's go. Moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Why black folks will turn any song into a church song, okay? And I guess this just proves it right here. Free Diddy, no. Free my Uncle Willie. Free Uncle. Free my Uncle. Baby. Baby, let me tell you something. Black folks don't play with no tambourine, okay? But that's a whole nother story. You guys, if you guys don't mind, please tap the screen. Let's get this thing up to 50K and share the live out. Maybe maybe we scared away all of my thing is, I know that these mails are out there. So I have some like questions that check your inbox. Damn, I need this verification code. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. This is another thing. So if you guys don't know, Deontay Kyle made a video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play that video for you guys. And matter of fact, I'll play it. I'll play it on to well, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah, well, welcome in. Did you come to answer the prompt that's on the screen?
It says, why don't black males protect black women?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, well, I don't know. I mean, me personally, I protect I protect my black women. I treat them like a queen. Um,
Are you a black male yourself, sir?
yes, I am. Hmm.
Where are you from?
I am from Mississippi. Real close.
Come on, Mississippi.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. You protect your black queens, right? So,
Well, I mean, a lot of times, I guess black women, they are very, very interesting. And you have some that are, you just gotta, I mean,
I don't
some,
want to be strong
some,
no more.
some,
Thank you,
so,
Taylor.
some women, they have their independence, but if they try, I mean, I understand them being educated and independent, and I understand them, not wanting to bring, say, especially if they have kids. You
Welcome
can't
back,
bring
Pam.
everyone. Yeah, you can't bring everyone around your children. So,
But why do you think I know that you protect black um your black queens. Why do you think that other men do not, a lot of other men do not?
I mean, like I'm saying, like I'm understanding them as far as bringing men around their children. So sometimes they're a little difficult, and then they put up these guardrails that basically kind of push the men away from them. And you know, if you, you kind of have to, I know, give them a chance, to be able to, get to know you. I mean, I'm not saying bring him around your children, but just be, you know, if you pushing them away before they really get the chance to know you. So now they thinking, well, black women are too difficult to deal with. So there's this, say, white girl over here, and she's treating me like, yeah, come on over here and see me. And I don't. That's why I want to understand
Dang,
because a lot of times I say,
it's a swap. You want to do you want to use it? It's a
hmm,
swap. Did you want to use that now? No, no. I'm saying like, regardless of the children, say it's not somebody that you're not with. If you're out and you see,
oh, if I see somebody jumping on a black woman, I'm like, hey, in fact, I mean, let me tell you, I was going to pay my power bill the other day, and this this power company down here, they had this crazy lunch hour where they closed to 1:30. And so this old white guy was up there talking to this woman,
oh, okay. Yeah, but it's a
and
replacement.
he was telling her that uh, it's closed, it's closed. And I'm like, I said, what do you mean it's closed? He's trying to tell her that basically leave is closed, even though uh, it's not closed because they're getting ready to open up at 1:30. And I just told him, I said, hey man, why are you telling us it's closed? It's getting ready to open up. It's like 128, 129. We're just in line. So yeah,
Hey,
I will
Parkers.
protect a woman. Just, I mean,
Do you do you
I
do you have friends or or anybody that don't? Hey, cynical.
yeah, I know one guy.
Do you hold your
He
friends
just,
accountable?
yeah, I had to. He was in there one day. I mean, I was over his house. Well, I DJ, and it was actually another DJ,
Mm-hmm.
and
Thank you, Kelsey.
his girl was in there, and I don't know. They got into it while I was at the house, and I was like, I mean, he was trying to beat on her and stuff, and I'm pushing him back. I'm like, dude, man, stop. I said, dude, man, you don't want nobody to do your daughter like that, you know? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you got. If men looked at any woman, a black woman, as if you want somebody to treat your daughter like that, or your mother,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I
I
mean,
agree.
if
Why do you
they,
think that men? Why do you think that men do it? Why do you think that a lot of men don't want to protect black women, or they don't, or they even go as far as abusing them themselves?
I think it's a control thing. They want to try to control them, and they
Mm-hmm.
out there doing all kinds of wild stuff that they ain't supposed to be doing,
Mm-hmm.
and 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 that's why they have trust issues because of what they out there doing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and so if they can control a woman, and you know, no matter how much money they bring in, and
Thank you,
you know,
Parkers.
they, I mean, I know women some women get themselves in situations just because of the money issue. You know, he might have a lot of money and this here and this, and the
So,
guy just out there wild and doing whatever he wants to do.
so
But
how do you feel like we can hold men even more accountable? Hold men more accountable so that they are, you know, not doing these things. Like you
well,
said,
I
like
feel
going out there doing everything that they're supposed to be doing, right?
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I feel
doing
like
God knows what.
yeah. Well, I feel like if damn, damn dogs and got out the gate. Um, I'm gonna have to go out here in a few minutes. I feel like
Go get your dogs and then come right back.
well, it's more than one. And he's out
Okay.
here barking at somebody.
Okay, go get your dogs
Uh,
and come back.
but I feel like if I feel I feel like say if we
Awesomely, I invited you up if you want to come up. It'd be hard to talk from the comments too.
yeah. I am gonna go get him
Okay,
dog,
yeah,
put
go
him
get
back in
them.
the gate.
Go get
I,
them. Y'all be cutting up in the Mickey Vicky comments, y'all. Why we do that? Can y'all please tap the screen again? Give me a follow if you're not done. So always the best way to support the live is via Cash App and or Venmo. We have $191 left in tonight's daily goal. We appreciate you guys. We're on a $2 train. So who's next? Okay. As we continue to work together. Yeah. So thank you guys for the follow. Thank you guys for the love. Let me see. We also need 18 heart hands left in our current gift goal. We appreciate you. Shout out to Taylor twice being number one in our gift just for tonight. You will see whoever this little thing that you guys see right here is whoever's pretty much holding the number one spot in this gold thing. So it's really cute how this TikTok studio automatically like puts that person there. But you gotta be pranking. Please take a Black History course. What does that mean? People say the most random shit. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Hiding there, putting them up, and how do I make them? Add as a moderator. There we go. Okay, okay, here we go. All right. Yeah, yeah. Let's go, me. Yeah, drop some coconuts for Taylor in here, okay? He was rocking us to motherfucking sleep. I was on my bed. I'm balled up in the bed, hollering. You know, you be in the dark in your bed, then in fetus position, in the fetal position, and be having your phone. You be like, I can't. I love that. I love that for y'all. I love that y'all would be in your bed at the house and be in my live and be laughing with us. I fucking love that. Love you. Hey, dude. How you doing? I love that. That's a compliment to me. Okay. Omega, welcome in. How are you doing?
Hey
Thank you,
sis, how you
Jordan.
doing?
Thank you, lady. Thank you, Dayton. I'm doing amazing. Why do you feel like that black males do not protect black women?
Man, it's a number of things, and I've been looking for somebody to talk about this conversation
Mm-hmm.
because I've been like really stuck on it ever since the RG3 Ryan Clark situation.
What happened with
Um,
RG3 and Ryan Clark?
oh, you didn't see? Oh, you need to look that up, sis.
Okay. I'm gonna look that
They
up.
were RG3 was talking all about Angel Reese is how she's so pressed by Caitlin Clark and doing with his white tea wife in the background, rolling his neck and stuff like that, and she's like aiming, and he's talking down about Angel Reese, and this is like I've said before from time to
Oh,
time
that
again.
Ryan Clark. I love Ryan Clark.
Yeah, yeah, Ryan Clark was he was talking about RG3, and he was saying um how he was talking about how like a lot of black men that get with white women
Mm-hmm.
love to raise this white woman up by bashing black women, and that's true. I see it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I see it a lot. It's I mean it's a thing. And a lot of people, a lot of YT Trump supporters and black men that are YT sympathizers who have
Mm-hmm.
YT girlfriends are all in their feelings because he told the truth.
Hmm. Because they seem to know how to be a great man. Then they
Yeah,
don't have no problem giving away their money. Thank
yeah. Oh,
you.
I mean, like you can be a shitty man all day to black women, and be the biggest dog in your black relationship, then go over and get a YT woman and treat her like a princess.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. I see it
Treat her
happen.
like a black queen. Even
Yeah, yeah,
Jonathan Major said he wanted that white tea lady to be his Coretta Scott.
see,
Boy,
that part.
I know he fucking lying, right? Hold on.
That part.
Hold on. I think I got a sound for that one. Where is it? Where is it? H
I know you fucking lying.
okay.
Right?
Boy.
I mean, it's crazy to me because it's crazy work. I mean, and it has a lot to do with a lot of black men not healing from their trauma.
Thank you, Dr.
That they,
Rhapsody.
to me, a lot. What I've seen, like I've always been on this thing about why black men,
Mm-hmm.
young black women, and are not protectors like they should be. Because I mean, and a lot of black men deal with this emotional trauma that they've dealt with from some black woman in their life, and they spew it onto all black women.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's crazy to me because I've watched like Ayala Fix My Lives, and
Mm-hmm.
all these kind of things about, like, I've seen a one where she had all these black men, and then she had black women, and like if you weren't looking at it in objective view, it would look like the black women are so angry, but they were hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Like these black men, like they were talking. It was just this chasm, that divide of misunderstanding. Black women not understanding the black men, but black men not also understanding that black women have always carried the load of the black family on their backs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from the civil rights movement all the way up until the absent black father.
Mm-hmm.
They have always carried the black family on their back, and they've done it alone, and they've done it with grace. And a lot of black women are just tired.
And that's
I
why
mean,
I promote and I support uh black culture, because even though I know we were raised otherwise, we should be doing therapy. Period.
yeah,
We
I mean,
should be
black
getting
people.
our asses in motherfucking therapy.
I mean, like we have. I love my black people down. I'm my brother's keeper. I'm my brother, my sister's keeper kind of person. I've always been raised that way, and I think we just there's a lot of harm and trauma and
Thank you, Nate.
gen- and generational turmoil that has not been healed.
Mm-hmm.
It's been grown over like a scab, but and we pick at it sometimes, but we never fully healed from it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta put some camphor for Nick on that motherfucker. You gotta get
I think too,
do the work.
the hardest part at this point is that the who's going to pay for it. That's a whole nother story. I think the
Oh yeah,
hardest part is when we get to this point, like say you get to your 30s and your 40s. I think the
yeah,
hardest part is that a lot of people don't want to admit that they did a lot of fucked up shit.
that
They
part.
don't want to
That
admit that they done a lot of wrong, and even in response to the trauma that they have experienced. Because when you're doing this hard work, it's not easy. I've been down this road, okay? You have to admit a lot of things about yourself that you don't even want to admit about and other people might not even know it. You just don't even want to admit it to yourself that you may be
that
done some fucked up shit, right?
right.
And I think that's the hard part, but it stems from the trauma. But you're going to continue to do fucked up shit if you do not face that trauma, if you do not be real with it about yourself. Like if you don't think there's a problem, you're not going to fix it. So you're going to continuously have the same issues. So I was in a really fucked up place, and I have to be honest about how I got here, or else I'm going to stay here or I'm going to make the same mistake again. And I think it was
Right.
important. And the shit was so fucked up that I'm like, I gotta be honest, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. This is not gonna work, baby. This is beyond me. This is beyond me.
Right.
So I think it's important for us to go to therapy for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, that's like I said, that's a lot of layers of generational trauma
Mm-hmm.
and stuff.
Beyond
Like in
bliss.
society stuff that has that's gotten in between
Even
the
women.
yeah, even women. I'm seeing the black community as a
Thank
whole
you,
because
Jordan.
I think there's a chasm that needs to be filled. I see so much like I understand where some black men are coming from with it, but like I just don't get it. Like you want to protect black men,
Mm.
but at the same time, I've always told these dudes in this, and I'm like when I'm texting a long paragraph on social media when they be like bashing black women, I'm like you want black women to be less angry and healed and fully a visualized person, but then you don't want to do the part of leading.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. I mean, as black men, we got to be leaders first. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. Like, the guy yesterday that was saying, oh, he what happened? He was saying like, oh, Empty Man was talking about his friend, like his girlfriend or was traveling because she's a traveling nurse, making her money, doing her thing. And because she was gone, he started cheating on her with the lady from Burger King. Bruh, instead of
Mm.
settling, you feeling like you're not feeling needed because she's making all the money. Why don't you do better? Why don't you go to school? Why don't you up your your trade? Why don't you be motivated by it and you start making more money? Not Hector, Burger King. You have a traveling nurse making this money and just making sure everything's good, and she going to work. But
Right.
had you been doing what the fuck you supposed to do, she might not even feel like she had to fucking be a traveling nurse. She could have waited for a better job that sits at home, but she can't. She got to do what she got to do because the rent need to be paid. And you're
Right.
gonna cheat on her with the girl at Burger King, which is wild. Um, Jenny, welcome to the chat. How are you?
Hello, how you
Hi.
doing?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How about yourself?
Same here, girl. Thank you. Yes, I love to see these discussions because I think I've been having them all by myself, and now to see them coming to pass, it's awakening. It's definitely an awakening. I tried to like talk to people and tell them like, girls are not doing this no more, but nobody wanted to listen. So I guess now they hear all you guys saying it,
Mm-hmm.
and then they seeing it. Yeah. I think that the woman that the men are choosing today, they are a product of the man that ran away. So you blaming us again for
Mm-hmm.
something that was established by a man, and you're pointing the finger at the wrong person.
Yeah.
So like it was not a father in the house. So who you think that taking out the garbage,
Mm-hmm.
going to the car, helping mom with all the groceries? Where you think she got those biceps from?
Mm.
where where you think she got the strength to take the garbage out at nighttime and go to the alley by herself? Mama didn't do it all the time. The
Mm-hmm.
little girl that you left alone in the house had to step in and do a lot of the things. As mama get older, her husband should be next to her, helping her fill out information about her
Mm-hmm.
life. But who is sitting next to her? The daughter or the son. You know what I mean? So like the people that we are out here dealing with, they are like literally we are affected because our father left us. And we feel abandonment,
And
and
we're
that
blaming the wrong
travels with us
person.
throughout our life.
Big
Yeah.
Yes.
there was a comment on my post when I made a post last night initially saying that, because of these politics, I feel like we have to dig deeper into how we got here. And I think it's
Mhm.
time to start having these tough conversations like, why don't black males protect black women? And there was a comment that said, so my son has a theory about why young men voted for Trump. And he said that his friends that voted for Trump all resent their single mothers for their dads leaving.
Mm.
But they're
Yep,
not mad at the dads for actually fucking leaving. Because the dad can
absolutely.
leave, right? But he can still take care of you. He can still pick you up. He can still send child support. He can still come to your games, your football games. He chose not to be there for you.
Right.
She
Yep.
showed up to all this shit, making your lunch and doing all of this, but it's not it. But you're mad at her for raising you. She should have swallowed you, respectfully.
I heard a lady in the store say that to her kids, and I almost passed out. I was like, oh my gosh, she said it out loud. What some women be thinking behind closed doors, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Mhm.
crazy. But I
Yeah, I
was
mean,
watching a podcast yesterday with the two guys. I can't repeat their name right now. One was light skinned, one was dark skinned. They got a lot of TikTok videos now and it's going viral. But long story short, they had made the comment like, there's no food in the pantry. Why is there no food in the pantry? Because daddy didn't put no food in the pantry. He wasn't there to provide food to put in the pantry.
Facts.
And then the other guy was like, but you mad at mama because
Mhm.
she's trying to put food in the
Mhm.
pantry. Like,
Or in a sock, baby. I don't care where you put it. Don't put it in me. Fuck is you talking about?
she's trying to put the food in the pantry.
Mhm.
But you mad at her because she's giving it her
Probably went for
all. You
milk.
see her struggling. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But now you mad at her when you should be mad at the person that left that that took some of the food out the pantry. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like when he left, all that went away. But I blame the baby boomers for that shit. Cause I swear to God, I got my uncles, man. I'm 48. So I feel like I had a lot of time to look at this. My uncles, I believe,
They never
men
mad
like
at pops
that,
ever.
around that time, they looked at their grandfather. I mean, they looked at my grandfather, which was their daddy, and was like, I'm not doing that shit. I'm just not fucking doing it. And
Mm.
they went out there and they lived their goddamn life, and we got to deal with the consequences behind it. But yeah, it's crazy though. It's really crazy that that society steady wants to put it on a woman.
Yep.
And you would even hear some women talk about,
Pick me's.
oh
Pick
yeah,
yeah.
me.
yep.
Thank you guys for being over on YouTube. Chris Reed said, "Where is the Oprahs of the world raising good black women? Where is Cardi B? Where is LeBron James for the black men?" I'm not quite
Mhm.
sure what that means,
I
Oprah
but
mean,
I
don't want no
also had
children.
a black man said that because we wasn't protected by our black mothers growing up, black women
Mhm.
have to meet us halfway with that, and they don't. Black women have to meet us halfway, and they don't with that. Y'all won't, won't. Oh, this man sound hurt. He said, "Y'all
Mhm.
won't, but can't give." It's not a black woman thing; it's an American thing. Why am I obligated to protect a black woman?
I mean, because I'll try to
That's
think
so
this one.
sad.
Okay, I
Mhm.
will agree with a small pit of point, a little bit up here, what he said that that there's hurt on both
David,
sides.
shut the fuck up.
Like I said, there's hurt on both sides.
Yes.
But the fact is, it all depends on the upbringing that you had when you were a child. But the fact is that why we are obligated to protect black women, I think is because we came from black women. Your mom was a black woman. Your grandmother was a black woman. Your great grandmother was a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
If you have daughters, even if they're mixed, they're gonna be black women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so the fact is, when they talk about when they disparage one black woman, they're disparaging all black women because they lump black women in a group. They don't do that to YT women, but
Mm-hmm.
they do that to black women. They whenever one out of the whole bunch act stupid, they lump all black women together. So me as a black man, I feel it's my obligation to protect black women because when I do that, I'm protecting my aunties, I'm protecting my grandmother. Oh, God rest her soul. My mom, God rest her soul. I'm protecting all of them. I'm standing up for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Well, we thank you for your service.
Yes.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I'm gonna pray for that brother. He gets the healing. Yes, he also said somebody replied to him. He also said on one, what the f are you talking about to the guy? Um,
Why do black men always say women want? It's like
I think it's
we
because
should want
those
want
men
want.
can't give, and I think.
Yeah, that's
But my
crazy.
thing is, I want to know, like, when when a black man say, "You don't do this for me, you don't do that for me," a lot of times the women as nurturers will try to do this and try to do that. Perfect example, Cassie. You love this man. He say do this and do that. Obviously, he was also beating, dragging you up
Hmm.
and down a hallway to do so, but you was trying to do so. But when a woman says, "I need this," and it be the most, it be like, "I need help with the bills." It'd be like,
Girl,
can
come
you
on
hold a
now.
baby? Can you put him to sleep? Can you cook dinner while I change it? Can you change a diaper? You know,
Can you stop
um,
selling herbs
but
so
they'll
you can
do
go get a
anything
college
but
degree?
be better. They be like, I can't do
Right.
this. You always want me to do something. You always want me to take care of this kid. Da, da,
Hmm.
da, da, da. I'm not babysitting tonight. Babysitting. Saying the word babysit in
And it's
regards to
your
your
kid.
child in the same sentence is diabolical.
Yeah. But I think a lot of black men receive karma real quick
Mm-hmm.
when they have a good woman. When you have a woman telling you, so what you finna do in the next 5 years? I think you would be great going to business school. You want to look at some classes? Because I see the way that you handle all your friends, they all come to you for this. She's helping you. That's help.
Mm-hmm.
When she tell you, hey, quit
Yep.
hotboxing it with them new guys at your job, because if I was you, I wouldn't trust them because they're young, you don't even know them, and then you get pulled over, now he got a case. I think a lot of men receive their karma and then they resent the woman because they feel like, oh, you spoke this upon me. No, I just seen your actions, I knew what was next.
I think it
Because at the
stems
end of
on.
the day, when it comes with a lot of stuff, they fall in traps they done seen a whole bunch of their friends fall in. Girls
Mhm.
don't. Girls literally don't go through that much.
Mhm.
Only reason why I'm a single parent, um, chose wrong,
Congratulations.
but yeah, chose wrong, but was highly manipulated.
Mhm.
Um, the other thing is if I would have seen and growing up from 1977 to maybe when I was class of 96 coming out of high school, if I would have seen that black woman or a woman being strong and conquering and getting and being able to survive by herself without a man next to her, which you didn't see it that
Hey
much
Tony.
coming up. If I would have seen that, you wouldn't have a lot of single parent homes. You probably would, but they would be on purpose because the woman would have went and got at least a college degree, 100, at least a career that could have gave her over $75,000 to support how many
Thank you,
children
Hector
she wanted to
Taylor
have.
in the corner.
Things like that. And I think that's the way these young women are finna go now. They see that they can do it on their own and they can probably go
Yeah.
get inseminated
And the
and have
fact
their own
the
family.
fact that they can do it on their own too requires the male to bring even more to the table than they were before. So now that she don't even have
Yeah.
to come to you for money, now she's coming to you for intellectual conversation. She's coming to how can we build together? What do you have? What can we continue to build upon? And he like, I ain't got nothing to build upon.
Yes,
And
girl.
two things. One, it's the reason why I seen somebody say not all men. That's the reason why I said why don't black males protect black women? Because I don't want males to confuse themselves with real men. Because there are
Mm-hmm.
real men out here. Let's not get that twisted.
Right.
Let's not
Mm-hmm.
get that twisted. We celebrate them. We love them. They are our royal kings and queens. We know who they are. We've been around some of them. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Tony, I see you say y'all are talking about a small group of men. Most of us not hot boxing. One, we're not talking
But
about a small group of men.
that was just
Two, I get everybody is not hot boxing. I will agree with you there, Tony. But you don't have to necessarily even be hot boxing to be disrespectful or unprotective of your woman, black women, or women in general. And
yeah,
it's
or
not
not listen.
a small group; it's a majority because there's no way. that majority of Black women are saying they're having the same experience with multiple men. So if it's 5 of us and we've all dated 3 different men a piece, and we're all saying the same thing about at least 2 of the men, that's a majority. That's a majority. That is why we even to appreciate real men even more. So one, drop some coconuts for the real men in the chat, because I know we got them in the royal family. Okay, I know we got them in the royal family. Period. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful to know you. I'm grateful to even be related to some. Period. Damn right you do. I know we do. I know we do. So I am grateful. I'm grateful to be around them. Again, let's do a quick reset, you guys. Give me a follow if you guys have not done so already. Tap the screen. Let's get up to. We're not even at 50K yet. Let's get to 50K, you guys. Let's get to 50K. Always the best way to support the live is via Cash App and or Venmo. It's we have 191 left in our daily goal for tonight. Tonight's topic again is why don't Black males protect Black women. Thank you guys also too for being here on YouTube and Twitch. I am checking in with you guys. Make sure that y'all hit the thumbs up button, subscribe as well. And if you have another device, again, if you're in here, put it in there so we can accumulate those hours. So it would be an easy transition just in case TikTok is not here, but we love you as well, TikTok. And also we have 2 heart hands left in our daily gift goal before we reset it for another one. And if you're just tuning in, please let me get that daily heart me. And you do have to go back and claim it for it to count. And if you don't mind, let's get some shares. We have 19 shares, you guys. We've been on 59 minutes and 17 seconds. We only have 19 shares. So if you guys could share with the live with the friend. Come on, knocking that out. Thank you. Kitty. And Rev Pat, thank you guys so much. Let's set up us a new goal as well. Thank you guys for being here. Let me see, because there's a few people in the box. And give me 1 second. I got you guys. Give me 1 second. We did hard hands. Let's do kisses. Yeah, no, let's do some popcorn. Let's work our way up. So when I'm doing it from the computer, for some reason, I can only do. Oh, I can do it. Oh, okay. I love learning new shit, y'all. New shit does something to my mind. Okay, so yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna change out a few people. We have a few people and thank you, Jenny and Omega. Thank you guys for coming up. But stick around. Definitely feel free to come back to it towards the end as well. Or if you got something you want to add, something.
Worries. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you guys for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Okay. I also too, before I let the people in the panel up, I wanted to play a video really quick. I want to play what it is that Deontay said that has TikTok in a frenzy at the moment already. This is a video that has TikTok in a frenzy. It has men going crazy talking about bitches this and bitches that and bitches this. These bitches ain't this, and y'all don't need to go outside if y'all don't want no man. If y'all don't want to get hurt by no man, y'all don't need to go outside, which is crazy. Crazy. Okay, let me see. He said something about accountability and they lost their shit. Oh, you know what? Let me play it on here. Let me play it on here because if I don't, let me see what's his name. That way you guys can hear it. And then, I want to hear, how you guys feel about it. Red Bill algorithm, accountability. I think this is it.
Harass women. You may know how to take rejection. You may not harass women. You may know how to take rejection. The majority of men that most women deal with do not. Yeah. And you are accountable for that as well. Because I don't got time to figure out which white people are nice, which white people aren't racist, or I have to go on the actions of the group. Right. The group as a whole and the history of that group as a whole tells me that they are a danger to me and they are not to be trusted. Right. And if you can understand that as a black man and your stance towards white people, then you should absolutely be able to understand women's stance towards you. Mm-hmm. It's not a war on you waged by women. Actually, the war get a little thicker when we start talking about it from the perspective of a woman and the greater society of racism and white supremacy being waged against black people, and then the patriarchal society being waged against women. So they have to deal with two elements. One of those elements we don't have to think about. And honestly, we're perpetuated. Mm-hmm. And it's perpetuated against us young to look at women as objects. Right. You know, to look at women only through the lens of a sexual desire and not as the human being that they are. And when you understand how to deal with women on a human level, you understand how much women will enrich your life. Mm. Amen. Amen. You want to turn it up a notch? Yeah. Get you a good woman and get you a good black woman in your corner. Amen. Hey, man. You want to see your life turn up? Hey. And see, this is the thing, though. It's a privilege, bro. It's a privilege. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We often disregard the power of our black women. The spiritual essence that they're gonna bring to things, mm-hmm. the knowing, the seeing, you know what I'm saying? Also, too, imagine it. They have to be hyper vigilant because they have to be constantly scanning the room, making sure that they're in a safe situation. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? When we think about these kids who were clearly in Louisiana having the time of their fucking life because they graduated, and we think about white people's reaction to Black joy. Oh yeah, that's it's not about civility. Mm-hmm. It's not about decorum. They don't like to see us happy. That's what it is. Now, how often are women just having a good time, and here come a nigga trying to ruin their fun? Yeah. Let's just be honest. Mm-hmm. You can call it pandering, but if I was up here caping for white women, you wouldn't even mention that word. Mm-mm. If I was up here caping for Hispanic women, you wouldn't even call it pandering. Mm. Only when we take pride and show love to Black women do you call it pandering. Get your motherfucking mind right. Use your cabeza.
That so this is from the Grits and Eggs podcast. It is a Deontay Kyle. He has a podcast, you know, talk about a lot of things, has merch. I've actually ordered some merchandise from his website, in which again I'm just gonna give away, because my thing is, what I do want to do is support Black businesses, small owned businesses as well, and you know, support different causes. And not only do I buy merchandise for me, but I also want to buy a piece of merchandise to give away to the people who support me, which I appreciate. And it's a way. Hey, Lady Lando, thank you for the $5 for the love. I appreciate you, Lady Lando. Thank you so much, darling. Can I get some coconuts for Lady Lando in the chat? I'm sorry. I'm just now seeing it. I appreciate you. That makes 86. Thank you. Yeah, his name is Deontay Kyle, and he was speaking it. But the thing is, he dropped that clip, right? And then all of the men started going crazy. They started going crazy. Oh, like, we ain't gotta be accountable. That's some stupid shit. What the fuck you're saying? That's dumb. You know, these women, da 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 da. Right? So again, that's why I say we do respect and appreciate real men. And you guys, none of us are perfect. We're going to fuck up sometimes, right? Thank you, Nina, for all the popcorn too. We're going to fuck up sometimes. And that's okay. Are we learning from it? Are we, you know, therapy? But why aren't men, I guess that's a conversation for next week. Why aren't men holding other men accountable? When you see you spend all this money and go to your homeboy's wedding. 2 weeks later, he's like, oh, I got this bad bitch on the side. You're like, oh, that's great. Let me see what she look like. Da, da, da. Are you holding him accountable? Like, bruh, I just spent all this money on this wedding and you finna cheat. No, you ain't finna do that. I'm not gonna support that. I'm not fucking with that. Like, are y'all holding each other accountable? I'm a fancy mod again. I love peeping in the box. Period. Okay. My bad, y'all. And all my mods that are in here, because I know there are a few of them. I'm sorry. I had took away the power to bring people up and take people down because when I was speaking on the Unfuck America tour, I didn't want anybody to bring anybody up. And just in case you didn't see the message in the Discord, I didn't want to take that risk. So I took it away from everybody. But then I forgot to give it back. And I was giving it back slowly as people come in and be like, why I can't do this? I'm like, oh shit, let me give it to you right now because I can't do it while I'm on live. But shout out to Parker's because she reminded me. And now everybody should have their regular powers back. Yeah. So are you holding your friends accountable? Men that you know and seen beat women, great women. Just like this whole Diddy trial. Everybody failed Cassie. Mia talked about how after she got beat one time, she was in the bushes hiding, saying, I'm hiding, I'm not here. I lost my power. No, I didn't. No, I love you, Dayton. And you have it back. I already felt her. All the men Mia alleged that Swiss Beats was in the room one of these times when he did some of these things. I'm still they choose money over morality. Money over morality, period. Over protection of women. You all have a good night. You too, Nina. Thank you so much. Thank you for the popcorn on the way out. Thank you. Y'all just cooking us for Nina. She done, baby, cooked us awesome popcorn in this bitch. Money over morality, which is crazy. Like, so, yeah, I think it's important to not only want to, again, because we're going to have this one, we do want to highlight the men who do hold men accountable and who understand what it is. There's a reason why they be like, oh, we don't want men in the women's restroom, because you know what men do. Y'all know what y'all do. You know what your friends do. Why? Not workload. Are they afraid to be vulnerable? And that's why I say we all need therapy. Because when people, they promote therapy and they shit. There's a reason why they therapists make money. We need therapy too. Wow. Thank you guys for the follows. Y'all want to hear what it say when somebody throw a gift that's more than 500 coins? So I have my thing like triggered to say different things when different happens. So if somebody throws a gift that is worth more than 500, just hilarious, need therapy. Yes, she do. That something's wrong. And she really does need therapy. I'm not even going to like come down on her like, oh, in a just a derogatory way as far as like name calling, like, girl, you crazy. But she needs therapy too. She needs therapy and education. You know what, Latrine? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. If you guys are in these streets or you're somewhere and you see a good therapist, send them my way. Recommend them to me via Instagram. My TikToks get boggled down via Instagram. Send me recommendations for a therapist that I can reach out to bring up because I would love to have that conversation. Dayton, you're not in therapy. You're not a therapist. You're going to be in here cutting the fuck up. Cutting the fuck up. For sure. For sure. Everybody going to need more therapy when you get done with their ass. But I want to check in on YouTube. I see you guys over here. It said, Black women, I'm sorry. Tony Robinson said, Black women, I'm sorry the Jews didn't hold up their end of the bargain. Y'all made a deal and it fell through. Black men have a right to think about ourselves first now. Y'all showed us what's up. Tony, what is this deal that you talk of? Like, we're all confused. We're like, what? What was the deal? Like, what was this deal? Please tell us. Oh my goodness. Is it Kanifa the Don saying don't tell him to get his own pizza? Okay, can I say this? But can I say? Do you want to remain anonymous? Let me know. If you want to remain anonymous, let me know. But for the long time, can I get a $50? I'm at $50. Can I get some massive fuck coconuts? I want to see coconuts all across this bitch in W Ghost for the ghost donation for $50 in this bitch. Come on, help it towards the goal, you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you because it's hard. Obviously, when we get into these particular conversations, especially when we got into MAGA, or whatever, it's hard to kind of pivot. And I told you why people kind of stay in certain things, but I think these conversations are needed. So I just want to say thank you guys for your support, and how, supporting me in how we move and, and moving forward. Cause I think that's very important too. I think that's, let me see. Yes, they definitely are needed because it goes deeper than this. It goes deeper than this. And I feel like each week we need to have more conversations like this and deeper. And I get it, Corey. It's not even about just highlighting the worst parts of men. Because trust me, I have a topic for women too. I have a topic for women too. Boy moms, respectfully, we're gonna have to get into that and talk about like how can we raise our young men moving forward so that we don't end up with so that we don't have to have these type of conversations to talk about why we're not protected. You know what I mean? Y'all don't have the power to put black men again. Tony Robinson said, Black women, y'all don't have the power to put black men against each other anymore. The manosphere is working. I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you. What are you talking about? The Goldman Sachs made a bet on black women. What? Tony, would you like to come up and talk about it? Would you like to come up and talk, Tony? They watch Kevin Samuels. They must have, because I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Are you well? Are you well? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Where is the tinfoil? Because Tony the tinfoil man. We gonna call him Tony the tinfoil. Because what are you talking about? Goldman Sachs made a bet on black women. Black women made a deal with somebody and it fell through. Tony, are you okay, Tony? Who is K is? Nicole said, baby, Tony, if you a clown, just say that. Just say that. Because you don't have to play. You don't have to do all of that. Tony needs meds ASAP. Okay, Kevin Samuels. What are your thoughts about? I'd never really watched Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is a grifter. I know a grifter, just like that guy Q-Top or whatever. He's a grifter too. He was grifting MAGA when it was MAGA time, and then now all of a sudden he deleted all his MAGA shit. But some of the idiocracy or something like that. I don't even know if I'm saying that word right, but I don't give a damn. Fuck them. Yeah, baby. Carmen's a bitch, ain't it? He was unalived while on top of the same type of woman that you would tell that they ain't gonna never get nobody. I think a bank, if I'm not mistaken, Irene. He unalived. This message, the long message, am I able to read it out loud or this is for knowledge? And that's why we need therapy, because it was a what? And I heard she was a big woman too, if I'm not mistaken. Right? The same type of woman he would tell, you ain't gonna get nobody if you looking like this, if you dress like this. And my thing is, I've also seen a lot of men talking about, when they talk about why I don't date black women because I don't date y'all, you're obese, you're too big, you're this. You want black women to be the size or look like white tea women. So you're still trying to hold up a white ideology. You want your black woman to hold up the white ideology. Meanwhile, there's white women that are saying like, I'm happy to be in a black space where I don't feel like I have to be a size 4. And women society, yes, now society media is the cause. I will part of the cause. I would definitely agree. They have a lot, and white supremacy definitely have a lot of implications in that. At some point, we have to take it upon ourselves to not want to continue to be angry, do something about it, and make a change. So, we also got a message that says a lot of black men who grow up and blame their moms for everything that they lacked emotionally, financially, or even just the absence of a father figure. But let's be real, she wasn't supposed to do it alone. She wasn't designed to carry the full weight of the world and yours too. She was making decisions, raising kids, trying to protect you from a world that was never soft to her while holding down one, two, three, 4 jobs, battling her own traumas, sometimes even going to school, and never having the space to fall apart. Ooh, heavy on the never having the space to fall a fucking apart. Crying behind closed doors. Oh, it's about to tear me up because I'm just thinking about all the single mothers, bitch. Not even just single mothers. Mothers who even have the dad in the house and still ain't doing shit. Ain't nothing worse than I'd rather a nigga be gone. Cause ain't nothing worse than a nigga being gone than a man being in the house and still being a deadbeat. But that's another story. Crying behind closed doors, then stepping outside like she's got it all handled. Because she had to. You call her hard, but that hardness was forged by survival. You say she didn't love right, but did anyone ever show her what love with safety, gentleness, and reciprocity looked like? I'm not gonna fucking cry. And that's the thing. Men will be complaining about women and be having 2 or 3, 4 baby fucking mamas and have broken families that they don't even take care of them damn selves. You're doing the same thing your daddy did to you, and the reason why you're in the position that you are now and why you complaining. But anyways, we don't talk enough about how the world never gave black women the luxury to rest, to be soft, to feel safe. Imagine if she had a partner who truly saw her, if someone poured into her the way that she constantly poured into others, if she ever felt like she could lean instead of lead every damn day. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. I ain't even got no kids, bitch, but that's why. The fuck? We all know somebody. Sister, brother, cousin, mother. It's you yourself, right? We ain't even done. Because it's even oh my God, it's even deeper than that. Anyways, bitch, I'm gonna have to rip these eyelashes off. This was a message that was sent in, you guys. This was a message that was sent in. Um, Oh, imagine if she had a partner that who truly saw her. If someone poured into her the way that she constantly poured into others. If she ever felt like she could lean instead of lead every damn day, maybe her story and theirs would look different. So instead of just pointing fingers at how she came up short, ask what systems failed her. Ask why she had to choose survival over nurturing sometimes. To the black women who had to be everything, you deserve more. You deserve softness. You deserve support. When a black woman feels safe, heard, seen, and supported, she can finally exhale and she can finally be. Mm, that was deep. That was deep, bitch. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, but we get the motherfucking blame. Bottom of the barrel ass shit. Like, and I feel like just for like decades, women try to be like, oh, this whole black love thing. And again, society and propaganda plays into it too. And I ain't gonna say that it doesn't. Plays into it too. The systems that kind of keep us down. And which is why that you would try to look to, the black man who has a leg up as even being a man and having a little bit more power as a man to being able, because men make more money than women regardless, and have more opportunities. We're looking to you to help instead of hurt. I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, because I feel like there was years of decades where women would just submit, obviously, and had to men. Be your wife, be your this, take care of this and take care of that. And then men would go out and cheat, just like Omega said earlier. They go out, hey Michael, do go out and do the things that they want to do, because it also too they're raised to do so, which is another conversation that we need to have about how women raise their daughters and love their sons, and how we are raising them completely different, and we expect them to mesh when they grow up, which is a whole nother conversation. But for years that women, they believe in this black love, and we know there's always an era, and still to this day, like I talked about last night, about how men with, especially like athletes, they get on. Kanye West said it, and when you get on, you leave your ass for a white girl. He did it himself, right? We talk about that, him doing it, and he did it himself. So women are trying to stay down and come up, and then you get to where you go, and then you leave them for a white tea woman, right? Or a woman of another race. So after years and years and decades of being treated a certain way, they start to recognize the game and say, okay, I'm going to treat you a certain way if I know this is what you're going to do for me. And now we're at a point where like, oh, black women do this, do this. Like, how do you expect them to act after so long? What do you want them to do? Right? Right? Who feminine gangster? Let's come on right here. Okay, Auntie Patty. Let me bring in the people who are in the panel. Oh, Harold, welcome. And Omega said, I got something else to say. Irene, are you still here? I saw you was in it just a minute ago. I wanted to bring you up. It's important too, though. Yes, I think a lot of factors go into it. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of factors go into it. But that's another thing that they do, because if athletes went, and that's another thing. Oh my, it's so much that plays into it, because yes, it is proximity. Because when athletes make money and now you're going to these different things, there are less black women in these places. But 9 times out of 10, a lot of these athletes are already dating black women. They leave the black woman to date the white tea woman, right? And if they're not, I get it that these white tea women are in this place. You still have the option to make a choice. But white tea women are groomed to take advantage of black men, to marry for money, to marry for opportunity and status. They're raised to do that. And men know it. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that white tea women are raised, mostly raised, especially in this proximity, in these places where these athletes are raised to date for money, fame, status, and opportunity. So we know this, right? But they date them anyway. Right? But when women want status, when black women want status, when black women want you to have money, then all of a sudden they're gold diggers. Why is that? Oh, I don't think he meant to come up. Omega.
Yeah.
You snoring over there? Who's snoring over there?
That's my dog.
Your dog is, baby. Your dog is knocking the fuck out.
It's a French pit bull.
And entertainment and sports. Corey, would you like to come up, baby? I don't agree. So hold on. You don't agree that when black women want it, they're the gold diggers? Or do you don't agree that black men don't know that the white tea women are? Yeah, come on, my love. Yeah, and Corey's a friendly. I think obviously we're having a very respectful conversation.
Yeah, no. So what I'm saying is, so first and foremost, there's nothing wrong with black women dating up or marrying up.
I agree. I agree.
I expect the same of my mother after her and my father separated,
Mm-hmm.
and he left some big shoes to fill.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think in sports and entertainment, yes, white women may be taught to seek out. I mean, I swore I was gonna talk about this man no more, but Travis Hunter.
Who was that? Oh, the one day that Kylie. I'm gonna
No,
mute you real quick, cause your dog is not fucking playing. Okay,
Travis Hunter is the
that
Heisman
dog
Trophy
worked
winner.
12 hours. I know,
Definitely.
right? I'm sorry. You said Travis Hunter is who?
He's the Heisman Trophy winner. Just got married to this chick that, by all intents and purposes, likely hates his guts.
Uh huh.
Got married with no prenup. And
Oh
she
Lord.
don't she don't clean his clock,
Yeah.
and he deserves it at this point.
Mm-hmm. Is that the one that came from college and then Mexican girl said she didn't like him at first?
That's exactly what I'm talking
Got
about.
you,
Yep.
got you, got you, got you, got you. And he still, married or
No
whatever, right?
no prenup. No
Okay.
prenup.
And then when they say black women do it, they be like, "Oh, she." Yeah, I mean, she did call her a gold digger, but women, white tea women are raised that way, and that's not even the ones that, are doing sports. Like, look at our press secretary. What's her name? Lori Harvick,
Caroline Leavitt,
Caroline, somebody. She's like 27, 28, 29. Her
married
husband
to
is
a
60
almost 60
something.
year old wealthy white man. Yes.
They are taught that way. I've had white tea women come over and say that's how they are raised. You're raised to submit, but only go for money. They marry them off to money. Your daddy say, like, even in some of the the shows they watch, like even when they're young. I know this is like a TV show, but like in the Miss Pat show, they like the girl was pregnant. They said put it on another man because he has more he come from a better family, so he's more likely to take care of it, and it's going to look better for my election. He was running for something, but I'm saying like they're taught to that, and they don't respectfully they don't even care about their daughters the way that I feel like most of us care about our families, because they like whatever makes the family look good. How are you marrying into money? They're taught to do so, and I think that even black women just trying to take a page out of their book. Because if my thing is, you got to understand, if we see a lot of black men leaving to go to white tea and they're raised a certain way and they're doing it a certain way, and if black women want to be chosen or seen by black men, why wouldn't they do the same thing, right?
Exactly.
I think the term
The
gold
whole
digger. I think the term gold digger has gotten misplaced a lot in our culture. A gold digger is not somebody who wants something higher. A gold digger is a woman, be it white, black, blue, green, or whatever, who is always asking for things without nothing in return. And so that that's where the gold digger comes in at, because men of means don't have a problem with giving, but when you're asking for something all the time, that's where the term gold digger comes in at. And so, be it black, white, blue, green, or whatever, the thing is that if you're asking with no reciprocity, and the reciprocity doesn't necessarily have to be sex or smex
Mm-hmm.
or anything tangible. If you're giving of yourself to the person that you with, he's going to do things for you in the long run.
And vice versa.
Everybody, right? Everybody wants somebody to take care of them, and so men don't have a problem with that, even if they're making the money. It's the women. The women, I don't care who they are. It's just like if you had a club, if you're out and a woman is asking you to buy a drink instead of waiting for you to offer a drink, you know that she's not interested in you. She's interested in the drink.
I have to disagree with you. I prefer a forward woman. So if you want to drink, hey, be like, hey, so you gonna buy me a drink?
And that's also too, I feel like in a lot of communication that needs to be had. Because there are different strokes for different folks. And I do feel like the word gold digger is just giving out to anybody that wants more out of life. But I feel like a lot of males throw that around, or women, when they're hating on the woman who's actually getting the things that she want out of life, or men that are cannot give the woman what she's looking for or what she wants. So when a lot of males who can't give the woman what she's looking for, they want to quickly call her a gold digger for wanting to, live up or want more out of life. And the woman who is not asking for anything and settling for less, who sees the woman who's getting more by putting her foot forward like a share of seven, you start hating on her, calling her a gold digger. And because there are different strokes for different folks.
So you
Some
don't
there
think
are some
Sharon's
men who want you to wait till I offer you a drink, and then there are some men who want you to be straightforward and be like, "Hey, give me a drink. Hey, Monique, how you doing, baby?"
so do you
Yes,
think
because
do you
I
think
have
Yes.
I'm sorry. You
like
think
my
Sharon Seven is a gold digger or not?
Sarah Seven. I think that
Yeah.
she just wants more. I think that she understands a lot of men, right? Because let's be realistic about the majority of men. Period. Not even just black. Do men want you to look a certain way? Do a lot of men want you to look a certain way, especially
But
when they want to spend money on you?
I think that's thrown out of context also. The beauty is the resume or the calling card. What keeps us coming back is the way you treat us and in the way you make us feel.
Okay.
I mean, so just because you presented the resume doesn't mean you get the job.
Okay, a lot of rich men, right? They look for trophy wives. They want you to look a certain way. If
And
she
they get
knows that she wants to live her life a certain way and the type of man that she wants them to have a certain amount of money. She don't want to live a certain way because that may not be the thing that makes her happy. But a lot of rich men want you to look a certain way, right? They want you to act a certain way. Some want you to be submissive. Some want you to, be straightforward. Some want to be, um, they run these companies. They want you to be emasculated. They have different kinks and stuff like that. It may be a thing that she's down for. So I think that her getting with the man that knows who she is and wants that type of woman, again, it's all about the type. We're not a monolith. Like you want somebody to wait for you, offer them a drink, and Corey wants somebody to tell me what you want and want to drink. So the type of man that she wants her. And I think that's what's important about being honest about who you are. No faking it, no funk. Like I don't want to work. I just want to go shopping. I want to have a good time. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna look good. If that's what you want as a trophy wife, I want to be that. I enjoy being that. So and I feel like if all of us are more authentic in who we are and not placating to what society says that we should be, then we will find the person that's for us, which I think is important.
and
But
I
I think a lot of us, especially with the patriarchy, says that we have to be a certain way, and we're not all that exact same way.
and I might not be the best person to speak on this topic because I've been raised around alpha and accomplished women, so it may not be for me because
No, I mean it's for everybody because there's nothing. Just being around you. When you say alpha women, what do you mean? Like women who own their own this, own their own that, raise their
my
kids by themselves.
my mother is an executive at the fifth largest bank in the country.
Hmm.
My aunt, her sister, is department chair at one of the most prestigious private universities in this country. My grandmother's a minister. So yeah, so I mean I come from a stock of like well accomplished black women.
Right, and then
So it's
but
all good.
accomplishment, and we love that. Okay, but and that doesn't mean that they cannot be protected. You know what I mean? Because at the
And
end of
then
the
they
day,
are
like
very
if
protected.
so if they're out there and now I'm speaking in the physical sense, something happens to them, you would want somebody to step in and be like, hey, don't talk to her like that, or don't try to take her purse, don't treat her like that, don't think you're about to do something. And even with the man that she's with, you want a man you would want for your mother, if she was to date a man that would protect her feelings, would protect who she is, protect her image, not make her look bad. Because it's protection is more than just um throwing your body in the way, right?
Yeah, well, my mom's last guy. He tried to do a lot of those things, but he lacked on a lot of other things. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. And I think that also too, um, I think that also too, it's weird. Like, I don't know if it's because Black women has never had the opportunity to like, uh, our message that came in that you don't get the opportunity to be safe. I mean, to rest. That we have to push forward, and that's what even contributes to the greatness that's already in us. That makes us even better. But we want Black men to do the same thing. Like we want you guys to rise to the occasion too, to want more, to strive for more, and know that you can be more. You guys can be more. And when you support a woman and just kind of make sure that she is safe, she will do all of that things. Just like Ryan Coogler. Obviously, he did something to be to his wife and just protecting her feelings and her image and whatever the hell. She bought his first final draft. He said they were in college and they didn't have no money, and he wanted this. It's for screenplay writing. She bought Final Draft for him. It would cost $300 so that he could start writing screenplays, so that he can bring us stuff like Wakanda, Creed, and Sinners. So when you nurture and respect and love your Black woman, she only wants the best for you.
well, it's like when Free was here last night, and she was talking about how much she poured into her ex,
Mm-hmm.
and he did everything he could to stifle her.
Mm-hmm. Because
So yeah,
Black women will do it. Black women will do it. We will pour into men. We've done it multiple times, which is why they get to a place where they're fed up. A lot of women that guys you're already mad at, also too have been what's that called? Already betrayed by their father, already leaving. That's why it's important that we try to find the way to move forward, because my thing is the way that Black women pour into their spouse and the things that we know about Black men and how amazing and great you could be if you don't give up on yourself and do the inner work and do the therapy. Both of us all do the therapy. We could be great. They're counting on us to continue to fight and divide and be like this, that, and that, and I'm not da 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 da.
yeah.
We have to get the white supremacy, the white proximity, the white is better, the white is right. We got to get all of that
Well, and
out
then
the head.
a lot of Black men are still stuck on this notion of like their parents and their grandparents' relationships, because
Mm-hmm.
like grandma and mama and aunties all stayed down and stayed through all the BS.
Mm-hmm.
When in actuality, they didn't stay because they were happy. They stayed because they didn't have a choice.
They had to.
But that
And they
because I
think
brought that
that
up
women gonna
in my
stay with
own
you
family.
because they have to.
Yeah, because I brought that up in my own family, and it didn't go well. But
Yeah.
because
And those relationships were terrible. Yes, Taylor. Those relationships were fucking terrible. I watched those relationships. I'm like, y'all don't even fucking love each other. You think I'm finna do this? You think I'm
right,
finna do
'cause,
this?
like, my grandfather, God rest his soul, he was a
Period.
great man. He was a great man for sure. But he, the first thing my grandmother did for herself was when she went and got her degree in theology at the age of 72.
Let me tell you, back then, because the thing is, when men, and I'm not even just gonna say Black men, I'm saying men have power. Men want power so that they can oppress others. Women want power so that they could spread it out, right? Spread out the nourishment into the community. My mom, her first husband in the military, you can go to school for free, right?
Right.
She went to school. A month before she's about to graduate, he puts in a request to transfer somewhere else. So she did all that schooling for nothing and wasn't able to graduate. They didn't ask him to transfer. They didn't ask him to go anywhere. He requested to, just for this mere fact that I can't have you being smarter than me. I can't have you getting a degree. Jealous.
Yep.
Moved
so
the whole family across state lines to another station right before she's about to get her degree. Because
yeah,
at first she
so
probably didn't think she was gonna finish.
yeah, because my grandparents were born in the late 30s, early 40s. They were born in rural Mississippi. So like, not many worse places to be as a Black American, right? During that time period.
Mm-hmm.
They married so my grandmother was 16, my grandfather was 20 when they married, and they moved to Kansas City. They had 11 kids. My grandmother worked outside of the home for less than a week. She worked for the IRS. She hated it so much that she came home from work one day, and my grandpa was like, "Don't go back ever." And she's a homemaker. She spent the rest of her life, the majority of her life, taking care of their 11 kids. But it was not until literally, so she'll be 82 next month. It was not until she was 72 when she went and did something for herself. And her favorite thing about going to school, it was that they called her by her actual name.
Hold on, say that again.
Her favorite thing about going to school to get
Wow.
her degree in theology to be a minister was that they called her by her actual name.
Wow. Wow.
Man, that's deep.
Yeah. Omega, you had came back up. I'm so sorry. I know you probably want to add something else to it.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I was just gonna say, like, I've seen that that kind of situation that you were talking about play out, like, and I don't know if it's a conscious thing or a subconscious thing. But my dad did that to my mom, which is crazy. We don't have that relationship, so I can talk on it. So, but yeah, my mom, she was like super smart. She never graduated high school, but I mean, she was like so well versed in disabilities and stuff like that. Because when I was growing up, I was, especially when I was in elementary school, and then she like helped me, coach me all the way through it, and got helped me find like the tools and the stuff to get up out of it. You know what I'm saying? And like get into regular classes, and I eventually went to college. But she learned about people with disabilities and was working with the state. And my dad did the same thing. He worked for the prison system, and he and I don't think he was like jealous of my mom, but I think he was kind of envious of how like just smart she was.
Yeah.
And like she was like around the house, she was Mr. Fix It. She fixed everything. She could fix a computer. She could do,
Come on, mama.
she could build a headboard from scratch. She could she could build a bookcase. I've seen her cut wood and build it, shellac it, all that. So yeah, he got a offer to from his warden to actually follow him to Bonham, a little town out of the middle of nowhere, and have a chance to become a warden. Have a chance, mind you, not become a warden after after the guy retires. Have a chance. We moved all the way out there. My mom has to give up her job at the state. And long story short, my dad, he got close, but he never became warden. So, yeah, I don't, you see these kind of dynamics play out, but when it's a Black woman trying to achieve her dream, but like now my dad has remarried. He's remarried to a YT woman that he used to date before he left for my mom, which is crazy.
Exactly what we're talking about.
A big part of why we're not talking now.
Yeah, proximity. Just won that proximity.
Yeah, and he also just
we got a lot of topics to cover over the rest of this year, you guys. I just want y'all to know, it's about to get deep in here, okay?
Yeah, my dad, she waits on him hand to foot, but
the YT lady.
Your white tea lady, yeah, she
Mhm.
makes on hand and foot. And like he's told me and my brother, he just doesn't want to be alone. And my mom already knew it before she passed. She had said it to me many times, you know. But like, I mean, it's that approximately to YT miss in that you know, in that submissiveness that some black men just, you know, I think, and when they say submissive, it's crazy because it sounds like, you know, I can talk to you any kind. I mean, I don't. And some white tea women actually enjoy saying like, "Yeah, I'm soft, pink, and I'm submissive." Like, you know, that is they're downing you when they say that because they're saying like, "I can treat this white tea woman any kind of way, and she's
But
still gonna be submissive."
that's the thing. Hold on. One, the black man insecurity to white tea woman pipeline is something serious. That is something that needs to be
Yeah.
studied. Two, why is that only thing that black men want to do is treat her any type of way? That needs to be studied. Why do men get with white tea women? Because they just want to treat somebody a certain type of way. So what is it that's in your mind that I need somebody that I can degrade? I need somebody that I can treat any type of way. Why do you want to do that? You know, why do men want to do that? And I see Peach Juice. I see you over on YouTube. You said Tory Lanez protected Kelsey because you believe that for possibly escalating the situation. If if Tory Lanez was protecting Kelsey because he possibly escalated the situation, he would be apologizing to Kelsey. He would not be on the phone with Kelsey from jail immediately after saying, "Tell Megan I'm sorry." There's no reason unless he did something to Megan. Maybe like shoot her in the foot, you know?
Right.
I want us to think critically. I want us to think critically. There's a reason there are people who get paid to do this, like lawyers, you know, and stuff like that, judges, jurors that were, you know, carefully picked, who was able to see all of the evidence, who made a decision for a reason. For though, you know, deeper than those of us who are speculating from the outside looking in. It was the state against Tory, and it wasn't Megan. Megan was subpoenaed to testify against Tory from the state because they picked up the charges against Tory. Tory is a criminal. Tory was on probation. Tory was not supposed to be even around a pum pum. He's violating his probation. He's going to jail. That's what happens when you violate your probation, especially as a black man. This ain't Canada.
Naquan has his hand up.
Yeah. Naquan, you gotta make it really quick because I know Jay's been waiting very patiently. But also too,
yeah.
was you making an mod announcement?
No.
Okay, well
I
let
ain't
me make
staying
a
up
mod
long because
announcement really
I'm
quick.
out and about.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, to y'all YouTube dudes that's over there crying, put the PlayStation controller down, get your weight up, start a
Spit my
business.
drink out. You almost made me waste my weight.
Y'all crying in the chat about black women when they're making more money than y'all, got more degrees than y'all, and y'all just want to sit on your best freak couch and play the PlayStation and pass the blunt. Get your weight up, brokey.
Can you say that?
Ooh.
I think you could say that one. That one might be safe.
I don't know. Laquan, you be coming Laquan, you know TikTok.
They over there.
You've been here from the beginning.
They big mad over there. And,
yeah, they big mad.
Yeah.
The He-Man Women Hater Club over there. Thuglicious niggas over here. I'm out because I'm out and about. I love y'all.
All right. I love you too. Have a good time, Naquan. Don't you worry about them. Let me make a quick announcement. And the Jay, I'm gonna bring you into the conversation. Give me 1 second. You guys, give me a follow if you're not done. So, you guys, please tap the screen. Let's get up to 100K. Don't forget to. These are important conversations. I know it's all good to be fun and dandy and do all these other things, but these are very important conversations. These is where we try to get to the root of the situation and how we move forward, which is why sometimes we're going to stay on these topics for like at least a minimum a week. And you know, if we need to, we'll extend it another week. But these topics are need to be had because this is how we ended up in the situation we are. That's how we ended up with pick-me's and blaggers and the divide that we have in the culture. Because my goal also too is not is to bring us back together, because I think it's important for us to talk about, like, how do we move forward? What happened? Where it went wrong? Who do we really need to be looking at? Why are we being puppeteered? And how do we move forward? And again, that's also too with therapy, honesty, authenticity, realize, and forgiveness, letting it all go and moving forward. One thing about me, like, I am a, what's that called? Hopeless romantic. I love love. And of course, I being hurt, you'd be like, I'm not gonna get nobody my heart no more. I'm not gonna let the last person stop me from experiencing love, memories, and good time. Because what I'm understanding about life is not everything is permanent. And memories make you feel good. What's in the dark will always come to the light. So I'm going to give the next person an opportunity and a chance to have whatever with them. Now I will have discernment, right? I can see things and be like, oh no, I'm not fucking with that, and just remove myself from the situation. But if it feels good, I'm gonna have it. I'm not going to water it down with past situations. I'm going to allow myself to have these memories. And if it's not going to work out at the end, what's in the dark will come to the light. And I'm like, oh, our time is up. I had a good time. I was able to love you for a time. And create good memories with you. And now we're going on our separate ways. So we have to be able to be like, oh, do your own inner work. It's not easy. It's hard as fuck. Like, again, you have to admit some things, even about yourself, that you did. Even in regards to your own trauma, you still did some fucked up shit because of it. And you can't just blame them because you made the choice. And you have to be honest with yourself about a lot of shit. Especially the older you get, the more fucked up shit that you make. You have to be honest about those things as you continue to move forward. Or else you're going to stay in the same thing. And then forgive. And how do we move forward and treat each situation different? Period. So again, also too, we have $136 left in the nightly goal, you guys. That is not much. We can start a $10 train right now. And we have what? I think 100 and people in here. Literally, 10 people. $10,
Hey, Jess, can
$100.
you
I make you holla, and we're
Jess,
almost
can you do me
done.
a favor?
Mhm.
Can you drop me
I
and
got
give
you.
Hector my spot?
I got you. Come on up here, Hector. Thank you so much, Corey. Corey, I appreciate you. And
Thank
there's
you.
no, if it's a black and you black, you here for the conversation, okay?
All
Unless
right.
it just say black women, but yeah, you're here for the conversation.
All
Don't ever
right.
feel like you're not equipped. And shout out to your family, your mom and them, because they black excellence, some black girl magic over there.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Come on up here, Hector. Yeah. So always the best way to support the live via Cash App and or Venmo. I'm Jessica Cymone on both. Please feel free to put a message in the donation and we will read it out loud. So if you guys are up on YouTube, I know there's a lot of comments over there as well. You guys are going back and forth, so I don't know which ones to kind of pick out. But if you do donate, again, I'm Jessica Cymone, and which you guys could see also too on the screen. Put whatever message you want into the comments and we will hide current comment, and then I will read it out loud. Okay. Alrighty then. Let me see what we got. And we got 9 popcorns left. We got 9 popcorns left in our current gift goal at the moment. And then if you want to come up, go ahead and get in the box right now. And then we're gonna close it out because guess what? Your girl got to get up in the morning. We are filming the Culture and Chaos podcast live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. noon Central Standard Time, and 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you guys are there. You'll be able to interact with us live. As you continue to comment, we'll pop them up on the screen, which will be on the actual video. We enjoyed that last time and it was a great time. So make sure you guys are there tomorrow. Every Friday moving forward, we will be doing it live. And guess what? It'll be on Spotify and everything on Monday morning. Jay, thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate you. Welcome in.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. How are you, by the way?
I am blessed and highly favored. I cannot complain. How about yourself?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for asking.
Of
Um,
course.
so I want to absolutely address the prompt, but I hate that I wasn't able to get up here in time enough because I was a bit confused at why the previous guest, Mr. Anonymous, aka Black Chicago, was speaking about any of this, considering he's a convicted rapist.
Hold on, what?
Yeah,
What? Hold on. Wait. Roll it back. Roll it back.
and
What?
I think he ran. I think he ran when I typed that in the comments.
What?
Yeah,
Hold on. I know I got some sounds for this.
of girls actually.
Hold on, what?
Of girls. It was girls that he went to prison for. And just a couple years ago, he assaulted a woman on this very app. So, all while being married, by the way.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So now he goes around. So now he goes around this app as not Black Chicago like he used to be. Now he goes around as Mr. Anonymous. And I'm perplexed at why he would speak on any of these issues.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Just blew my mind.
Whoa!
You just blew my mind too.
Anytime I see him anywhere, I let it be known. If I can get there, that bro, why are you in here?
Whoa!
I just so happen to randomly see him tonight because he's been sort of hiding for the most part. Except there's one panel who accept him so much he's on that graphic. But yeah.
That is fucking crazy, y'all. You never know. They be right there in the room with you, and that's what the fuck I be talking about. That's what I be talking about.
We've seen the mug shots and everything. On TikTok, we've seen all of the information. Yeah. And he used his money to, try to get as close as he can.
Is that your music?
You know
if it
what?
is, you don't have to stop
Just-
it. I like it because it's like it's like the theme music to what you're saying or something like that. It's like,
Mother,
whoa.
it's usually whenever I'm in this room, there's
I'm sorry.
no, it's all good because that's hilarious. Usually when I'm in this room, the music that's playing is like in here until this other device that plays the music goes out. I kind of forget it's in the background for the most part.
Oh my god. Off topic, on topic, that when I used to have like late night sleepovers on the last live stream app that I used to live stream on, it was more fun, less politics and less serious conversation. That's the type of music I would play at night, and I would play like rain sounds too. So we would listen to like jazz.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then we would talk a little late and stuff like that. Naquan, thank you for the $20 for L Hector. Tell him I said it. I'm fucking hollering. And Tyrone, thank you for the $10 dono that says, can you sing my song? Tyrone, you know I can't sing. I said you better call Tyrone. Drop some coconuts for Tyrone and Naquan in the chat. Hector, he coming for you. He coming for you. Okay, I do know you.
So yeah,
you want to answer the prop, but first of all, thank you for. Can I get some coconuts also too for Jay for giving us that information because I think that's very important.
Yeah, whenever you guys see somebody by the name of Mr. Anonymous, if you remember
that why picture, he anonymous now?
He changed his name actually after we all found it out to call himself Mr. Anonymous.
What made y'all even look at that?
Well, he travels in a pack of men on here who spread red pill content, and the lady who sort of infiltrated that group and found out all their secrets, there was a lot of secrets. We found that one out amongst them, and he after everything was found out, he disappeared for like a couple of months or so and came back under the name Mr. Anonymous, but his picture was still there. I was like, bro, I can see you.
Was that the individual who said the looks are the resume?
No, he's the individual that said girls need to wait for me to offer them a drink.
What? Oh, come on.
That was the same thing, right? It was like an older guy handing the
I don't know.
book.
Maybe he's gonna offer him a drink because he's gonna put something in it. Oh shit. Taylor, thank you for the $10 for this for Naquan. I'm hollering. Hold on, what's going on in the chat? Then you sending $10 for Naquan. What Naquan say? I'm fucking hollering. Yeah, he was the one when he came up, he said that women need to wait for me to. He said gold digger is a little different. He said gold digger is when you keep asking for something with nothing in return.
And he's the man who leads with his pockets.
That's another conversation that we need to fucking have, because men will lead with their pockets. I got this and I got that, and spend, and they be like, "You only want me for my money." You led with your money. That's all I know is your money.
To answer the question in the comments, yes, he is on the registry.
Wow.
For the crimes that he committed. Yes.
So when you look at Not Like Us, he could be one of the little things at Drake house.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much.
Damn. Drop some some coconuts again for Jay for blowing the top off the lids. Wow.
No, I don't like that dude. I don't respect him. So anywhere I see him, I should let him know that.
And thank you. And that is a form of protecting women. Black women, period. Hey, you're in a room with a predator.
Wow.
He is a wolf with sheep's clothing.
Again, I'm almost certain the reason why he just disappeared out of nowhere is because he's seen the comment that I put in there when I came in here and noticed he was here. Because there's a whole side of TikTok that knows who he is. And when he show up, we're all like, oh, yo, you in here? What are you in here for?
How long did he do? Let me get out that man business. How long did he do?
I don't remember the exact time, but I can tell you this: he didn't look much different as he did in his profile picture in the mugshot.
He bold for putting his picture back on that thing too.
Very bold.
Not the man proving the whole damn background, right back, Parkers? Wow, he
Very
is
bold.
the problem. And that's why it says, why don't black males protect black women? Because again, I don't want to confuse males with real men. Real men who come and say, hey, that's a predator. The male that just came up here, Mr. Anonymous, that's a predator. Thank you.
100%.
Okay, so we can get to it. Okay, now you said you want to address why do you think
absolutely
that black
so
males
the
don't
reason
protect black women?
The reason why, there's a few reasons. The first one that I can think of is I think there's a significant amount of us who don't like black women, actually. I think we like to look at them if they are aesthetically pleasing. I think we enjoy the things that may happen in the bedroom, but seeing black women as a human being in situations where protection is necessary, no, because then you go down the list of why should I protect this woman? And the list is, am I attracted to her? If no, then no, I'm not doing it. Do I have any connection to her? Then, oh, no, I'm not doing it. Is it possible I can get her number and maybe sleep with her? No, I'm not doing it. We know the saying now. If your protection for women is only extended to those in whom you're attracted to, then it's not protection. And we know there's way too many of us who do that. Yes. There's way too many of us who do that. So it's a combination of things. The control element has to be there. If it's someone in whom I'm connected to, in whom I can control in any shape, form, or fashion, then I feel like it may not be an obligation, but it's a part of this contract, this silent contract that we have. Otherwise, then you see the excuse that come up time after time again, in which I'm going to try to break that down as concisely as possible. You see the excuse time and time again is like, if I step in and something happened to me, then who's going to take care of my family? Number one, the way we look at protection as men, unfortunately, when we think about the word, we think about it only in the physical sense. And by extension, when we think about it from there, we think if we intervene in terms of protecting a woman, we think it's going to automatically lead to violence. So we approach only with violence first. There's no other intervention.
Let me write something down because I got something to say about that. Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, it's no other intervention. It's no trying to talk it out. It's no trying to divert attention. It's no calling the appropriate authorities or what have you. There's also the bystander effect, where you will find a man who's like, yeah, in his mind, he was like, yeah, I would have did something if somebody else did something.
I hate it. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, ass me. But anyways,
in which, from one of the things that we know with the bystander effect, it actually only takes one person to step in and everybody else comes in. So usually we're waiting for that one person so that we can, try to be a part of it. I think the last thing is this. There is a bit of resentment. I don't want to say that it's a recent phenomenon as though it never existed, but it seemed to be a bit more prevalent now. And what I mean by that is every category that sort of matters in society, Black women lead in this community. Black women are more educated. We know this. And not even just the next level, university, college level. I mean basic reading. One of the things that I say that I take no pride in, I promise you I don't. According to stats on this, only 1% of Black American men are reading on an advanced level. That's according to Sage Journals. Sage Journals, a collection of academics, scientists. They track basically the academics of this country from kindergarten all the way up.
So they build prisons off of third grade test scores.
There it is. There's only 8% of us reading on a 12th grade level. So we can start right there. Black women are healthier than us mentally and physically, according to the American Psychological Association.org. That's APA.org. Only 26% of Black men are willing to go to therapy for their issues. And it's made even harder because if you want to see a therapist who looks like you, Black Americans only make up 3 to 4% at the doctoral level. So the thing that I've been trying to suggest recently is absolutely, brothers, get into therapy. I'm a product of therapy. Absolutely do that. But also, I want to make it a priority for those of us who we know who's going to go to school, the youth go to school, try to steer them into that field maybe so that we can be the therapy for our community
and stop
at that license level.
Only into sports. We do more than sports.
Yes. A few more things. Single Black women own more homes than Black men. Unfortunately, we know that to be a fact. Black women are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in this country. Wow. There's about 2 million more employed Black women than Black men. All of these things that in society that you could put in a community specifically and say, who's doing this? Black women lead all of them. And without us knowing it as men, specifically what those things are, we know what's happening. So it's that sort of built up resentment there. And instead of going to the lawmakers, the politicians and saying, hey, the women in our community are leading in all of these fields, yet on average, they still earn less than us. What is going on with that? So if you cared about community as a whole, that would be the conversation. But instead, it's this sort of quasi competition that don't make sense.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, that's the reason why there's not enough of us protecting our women.
Because a lot of relationships that I've been in with men, they end up starting to compete with me. And I'm like, aren't we on the same team? My thing is, if we're on the same team, there's no reason we should be competing. If we're on the same team and I'm killing it, I'm unaliving it. Sorry, TikTok shot. If I'm doing it, why aren't you cheering me on?
We've seen that be a thing for a long time. We've even seen it in our TV shows. Remember, there was episodes of Family Matters where Carl was uncomfortable with the fact that Harriet was not only getting a job, but getting a job that was paying her more than him. So he felt like he needed to go get 2 or 3 jobs. Martin wanted to kick Gina out when he found out that she was making more than him. This is like, been a long-standing thing.
How much more, Gina? I remember. I know every episode of Martin.
Look, I'm telling you, look, life. Sometimes we see real life in our art. It makes the best art. But if we're going to be honest, we need to critique both of them so that we don't continue to see it.
Why do you feel like men don't see that as, instead of competition, like you make more than me, like okay, and see like motivation, like okay, I'm gonna get on my shit. I'm gonna get,
Right.
do more, so I can, elevate as well instead of just dropping the ball. Because like I said yesterday, this guy was saying his girlfriend's a nurse. She's a traveling nurse, and she was gone all the time. So he cheated with the girl that worked at Burger King. Why?
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Why?
I
Instead of
would
saying,
say
how can I pick up a trade, pick up a skill, go to further my education, get a better job? Because men do make more than women, like we just said.
yeah.
So why do you think they do that instead of just give up? Why do they give up instead
So
of step up? Oh, that's a word. Put that on the
I
shirt.
like that. I think it has a lot to do with the way masculinity has socialized a lot of us, and which I tell men often: if you're handcuffed to this version of masculinity that you have now, be prepared to change it again in the next 10 to 15 years, because that's just what masculinity do with society. It change over time. Let us not forget, wigs were made for men. Makeup was made for men. Thorns even was made for men. So if you're just handcuffed to society's ideal of masculinity, you're going to continue to, be confused, honestly. So when masculinity tells you that you have to be the provider, and if you don't live up to that, now you feel less of a man. When if you're trying to be the best human you can be, not the best man, if you're trying to be the best human you can be, you can understand that, hey, in this relationship, she just may earn more than me. And that doesn't make her just better than me the way that the society would suggest because she's getting more money. That just means that's what our dynamic is. And that you could be okay with that. But too many of us are concerned with being the best man in the box that patriarchy has told us masculinity dictates for us.
Because their masculinity is tied to the job. Your masculinity is tied to the clothes. Your masculinity is tied to how much you can bench press.
Yes. All of these things.
So if somebody comes to bench press more and make more, or puts on the same pants, which we all wear fucking jeans, now all of a sudden you're not a man no more, then you are never masculine.
And it's gonna suck for a lot of them because there's a 25% increase of women getting into these blue collar jobs, and it's not stopping. My oldest daughter just graduated high school, and she graduated a dual enrollment program for welding, which is considered to be a blue collar job, and that's something that she enjoyed. And she wasn't the only one in that program at her graduation. There are more women getting into these blue collar jobs. And the reason why they're getting into them is because for so long, society made it not possible really for them to get into it. And the ones who were in it they were criticized and harassed to the point of not wanting to do it anymore. It's not just because it was this innate thing that women don't do blue collar jobs. We know from studies with the Smithsonian that hunter-gatherer communities, it wasn't just women being gathering, they were also hunting and hunting big game at that. Society has dictated what these gender norms are.
Yes.
And depending on where you grew up at, that's the gender norms that you just accepted. I put it like this. In World War II, when they sent all the men to, to take care of the war efforts or whatever, what they did was they made women, essentially guilt a lot of them into get into these manufacturing jobs to help the country and help the military. Now, afterwards, when the men came back, propaganda, and you can find the propaganda, shamed women into going back home so that the men could get those jobs. And there was a study with the University of Denver that suggested 70+% of women wanted to keep those jobs because it gave them a sense of purpose and a sense of independence. So it has never been that women just don't want to do blue collar jobs. It's just made more easier now for them to actually get into it.
Yeah. I had something to say, but I forgot. You cooked with that one. Rev, welcome to the chat. How are you? How are you feeling tonight? We need 2 more popcorn so that we can let me send you an invite to oh, you're already on
No,
mute.
I got it. Oh, what a deep conversation.
Yes.
I'm feeling good. Is that Jay that just
Yes.
finished speaking? I'm gonna just give a little bit of wisdom because I'm a little bit older. I when I look at that, I'm listening to the responses to the prompt. Why don't black males protect black women?
Mm-hmm.
And when that question is asked, I think we've got to shift our mindset because we're not just talking about protecting us physically.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the protection of the black woman is not just a physical thing. It's protecting a black woman whenever, whoever downgrades, disrespects, denigrates a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if she's a maid or the first lady. It's the lack of African American men to step up to the plate and say, no man, black, brown, purple, pink, whatever, has the right to disrespect my sister. That's my sister. If you would not want a man to call your mother certain words, speak to her in a certain way, you would protect her honor.
Yeah.
And I think that is at the crux of what black women are asking. Protect our honor, because we've always been the leaders in the community. We've always held our families together. We've always been there.
Yep.
If there is if there's something in the news about
Thank you, dear.
the unjust killing of an African American man, it is black women on the front lines fighting for that injustice, fighting for our young men. It's insane to me that we live in a culture where a man can easily call a woman his B instead of his queen. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Because I
I
saw a
don't
video
care
like that
how
right
much,
before I got on.
I don't, we should not adjust how we see the women that are gifted with the ability to bring life as something that we have to have a reason to protect. You have a reason because we are the givers of life.
Mm-hmm.
For every black man that cannot honor a black woman just for being a woman, the giver of life, the nurturer, the backbone, your helper, created to be your helper. Do you know that the woman is the only thing that God, for the woman, was created specifically for the man. She is the only thing that was created from something else. She was created from the rib of a man, not the dirt. So we already are strong. Our creator made us strong. We're able to withstand whatever we have to withstand. When we have to step in for our men, when they are being unjustly treated, we're strong enough to do that. We're strong enough to step in when our kids need us. We're strong enough to be mother and father and not complain. Not those of us that do it because we know what our legacy is. But to hear and to see what I see in the news and the degradation of the young women in the news right now because of the case that's going on. To think that any woman would stay in any situation for the glitz and the glam and be beat and kicked consistently And to have other black men say that this woman no longer has any value is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. Because if that's all you see, then that speaks more about you than it would ever say about her.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
Instead of getting in a line and saying, that could have been my mother, that could have been my daughter, that could have been my niece, that could have been my granddaughter. And saying, no, that's wrong on every single level. It's not that black women ask for anything more than a YT woman does. We ask that you give us the same respect. We ask that you give us the same honor. We ask that you give us the same things that you would pass on to a woman of another color.
Mm-hmm.
And then walk past your mother, black as I am, and sit a YT woman at the table because black women have an attitude. Well, we have an attitude because we've been carrying a lot of stuff
Mm-hmm.
all of our lives. All of our lives. This is nothing new. But when we demand that we be respected, when we set a standard for ourselves, when we say this is what you will do and this is what you won't do in order to have me, we're bougie, we're stuck up, we're this, we're that. No, we're not. We know our worth. We know our value. And if you are not worthy of that, then we're going to pass you by. That's
Mm-hmm.
not bougie. I was taught that way. I'm not bougie in any way. My husband isn't balling, but I tell you what, I'll stick by that man till the day we die because I know if he had it, he'd give me the world.
Come on now.
Because he respects me, he honors me, he prays for me, he encourages me, he supports me in whatever I choose to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I can take care of what I want to do and take care of him too without even breaking a sweat. Period.
I might be saying this wrong. I think they say like a woman proves who she is when she has nothing, or a man proves what he is when he has everything. When the man has nothing, like, oh, okay, you got a little bit, so I can act like I'm there for you. But when you have it all, will you leave her? Because you never know. Because when they get on, they leave your ass for a white girl. Oh, and Jesse, thank you for the $2 dono. I was waiting for a good point. A point. Thank you for the $2 dono that says Jay is dropping so many gems of knowledge and game. Much respect, brother. Yes, Jay definitely was,
He
as
was
well as
beautiful. He
mm-hmm,
was
as
beautiful. He
well
was
as brother. Thank you
powerful.
so much. Thank you for the $2 dono. We're down to 94 for our nightly goal tonight. You guys, the box is closed for tonight, but we are going to be talking about this topic all week. Tomorrow we are filming the podcast live. So tomorrow I won't be on, but Saturday, yes, we'll be back Saturday and Sunday. And we started it on, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll just kind of switch it out each Wednesday, just kind of keep it going for a week. Because I think this is something that we need to talk about. And as you know, it's going to take a few lives to kind of get down to what the problem is as we work toward what the solution is. How can we move forward together, you guys? Thank you, dearest. Thank you guys for the daily heart me's. I appreciate it. Make sure you go back and claim that daily heart me for it to count. As well. I want a box of Granddaddy. Stop playing. Boomberg. Welcome to the chat. How are you? Okay, while Boomberg is waiting to get his mic undone, Jay said something I didn't want to interrupt while he was cooking. You know what I mean? But he talked about men only thinking that they only have to respond with violence. If you guys have never seen the platform is about all these levels, right? Where there's two people on each level. And this is a platform of food that comes down and everybody eats for a certain amount of time. And by the time it gets to the end, there's no food. And you see what people do for food. But there is enough food if everybody only takes the portion that is given for them, the portion that they need, the portion that they ask for, right? But people are greedy, and greed, and it allows people to use each other at the end. But there was this one guy on there when they were trying to like make a difference and they were fighting, they was coming down like, yeah, 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 get away from the food. He said, "Why do you always resort to violence? What is the message? Have you tried talking to people first before you immediately resort to violence?" Now, if they don't listen, you can smack them up against the head. But why aren't you trying to speak? Why do you resort to violence right off the rip? And I think that was interesting because Jay said the exact same thing, and I literally just watched it for the first time. I gotta go. It's 3 a.m. Good night, Granddaddy. Where you at? Where you at? Where it's 3 a.m. But I think that was important. So Boomberg may already be asleep. Hector,
What's up?
how you doing, darling? How you feeling tonight?
I'm doing all right. How are y'all?
I can't. Oh, you got your nighttime voice on. Yeah.
It's my nighttime.
We're doing amazing. How you feeling? What do you think about tonight's conversation, as well as the prompt for tonight or this week?
I think the prompt is necessary. I gotta give Jay down there his props for just preaching like it was Sunday on a Thursday night.
Come on now.
Honestly, said a large portion of what I was gonna say, but I guess I can just.
That's how I was feeling, right?
That part. But no, I was. I guess what my answer to be in regards to why don't black males protect black women, it's because we are taught to, but not really, which I would just summarize to we're not actually taught on how to protect black women. I think the standard is you marry them, that's protection. You
But are they doing that?
Exactly. Well, statistically, yes, but still there's some issues there. We know there's a divide. That you buy them the things that they need, or at least what you determine that they need. That's protection. No one's taught the emotional aspect of protection. No one's taught protection in your language, protection from when you're not around them. What you say, what you listen to, what you entertain with your homeboys.
Because that's important.
That's
the
a big one.
protection when you're not around them. Oh, drop some coconuts for Hector, you guys. That's a word too.
And oftentimes we are taught how to protect, we're told how to quote protect end quote women by other men who, let's be real, a little behind the times. So in some cases, even by the women who don't know any better, the women who are heavily patriarchal. So then there comes this sense of when you step out into the world, then you'll come across other men who may be a little bit more aware. Then there's just this aggressive rejection because no one likes to come face to face with the fact that you don't know it all, or that what you were taught was wrong, and then they lash out. They don't humble themselves. It's another big issue is humility. A lot of men lack humility because we are taught that we're the top, and you don't get to the top by being a bitch, because that's what they think humility and vulnerability and all those different things sum up to.
Thank you, dear.
So
and humility is so sexy. Humility and growth, y'all don't even know. But anyways, it's a whole nother story. That's another topic.
But no, I would say it's, and then the next problem would be the kind of what you saw in the video. they don't feel like they need to. And then it is always going back to violence with them. When we talk about protection, the first thing is, oh, if they ever get into altercation, you got to squabble up for them. When statistically, that's not happening. The average guy is not getting into fist fights. Most of us will never experience that unless you're just out here looking for it, which another conversation. You don't need to stop. I had to catch myself last night on Brett Cross's live. I joined a panel, and apparently some dude that I was talking to, debating.
I saw that.
Did you see? Okay.
I'm so, like, is he trying to mute up you in the street or something?
He was. He's talking about, I was trying to meet up with you and you was ducking me, which that's never been me. But I think earlier on, there was a ton of people that would message me, say, hey, let's go fight somewhere.
Yeah.
And I would tell them all the time, I'm not messing up my face for you. Like, what
Thank you. Thank you.
What I look like meeting some random stranger to go do to prove what?
That's what I've been thinking on baddies with Jayla. She was just so cute. I'm like, I wouldn't be fighting them girls. You too pretty. Like they have nothing.
Hell
Some of them have
no.
nothing to lose. Bitch, I'm too pretty to be fighting you. Bitch.
That may be the one time I tell black people to call the police. What you
Yeah, get her out of here. The fuck?
Even for a second in that altercation, I was thinking about actually meeting up with him. Then I said, "This is stupid," and that's where I had to check myself and the toxic masculinity.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's stuff like that to where we're told we're at the top.
Facts,
we're
granddaddy.
told we're the alpha. We're told we're just fine and we are the prize. That's that whole thing. So when you're up there, you can't be touched. You can't be wrong. And you don't know how to take criticism. You don't know how to take a seat. You don't know how to take a step back. You don't know how to get beat, essentially, like all the things that Jay was mentioning, the finance, the home ownership, all these different things. That's not necessarily an L to black men unless you choose to stay there. And that's one thing. Like we're getting insecure and getting mad at people doing better than us when we can just put the work in.
Just do better.
Like
get motivated. Like, oh shit, you doing that? Okay, how you do that? Let me take some notes. Especially when you have a partner, like if it's your girlfriend, like you have insight to how she got there. So you could, do the same thing. Not even just do the same thing in what she's doing, but like say she went to school to be a nurse and now she's making more money. You don't have to go to school to be a nurse, but you can just go to school for something else. Right? Look for those grants. We can't afford that. How does she afford it? Look for those grants. Find those opportunities. Like you don't want to do the work. There's so many grant opportunities out there, but the thing with black people, they don't want to fill it out. As soon as they say write an essay, it's like, you asking for too much. Yeah, it's okay. You're not doing anything but playing fucking Call of Duty, Fortnite. As much as you're moving your thumbs on there, you can move your fingers. ChatGPT can help you these days too.
I was just gonna say that's a superpower
you
over here.
Yeah, you even got a cheat code and you still don't use it.
Yeah, but I'm glad you brought up Call of Duty because that right there, you download Call of Duty, you get on the game, you get to playing, and you get your ass whooped. What do? You throw the game away? Do you say get good? That's all life is. Yeah. Get good or die. Oh, I'm not lying.
Oh, yeah. That's it. And that's a great analogy in which, Hector, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm going to use that. When you're playing Fortnite, you don't say, I don't know how to do this. I'm not going to do it. You learn how to play the game. You learn what the cheat codes are. You figure out a way. You try, you unalive, you go further and further each time and you continue to do it. You don't give up. So don't give up in life. You use your brain. You just use it in a different way. And again, if you're gonna play gaming all day, figure out how to way to get in those games where y'all make money.
Make that money off it.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all don't even try to do that.
I know people. This one dude that I used to know, 2,000 hours on some game of his that he's playing. Man will never pick up his phone or computer to stream to get on. I'm like, play the game all you want to, but capitalize off of it.
There was a point in time where I was playing Call of Duty on my phone, and I'm like, I'm playing it so goddamn much.
That was my shit too.
I was like, and I started figuring out the reason why I have a streaming mode on my phone is because of Call of Duty. Because I created a streaming mode because I had to mirror my phone to be able to stream it. I'm like, if I am going to go live, and plus I be talking a lot of shit, I'll be playing with my friends and they be laughing. I'm like, I might as well be live and do it. And maybe I can start to make something out of it. But then I stopped playing. I'm like, I can't be shooting all damn day because I started having dreams and all that other shit. And I'm like, shooting in my dreams. Anyways, I had to let that shit go. But anyways, Hector, you're absolutely right. Definitely, if you're free tomorrow, come back again tomorrow. All of you, I appreciate you. We are getting out of here tonight. Y'all have been amazing. Any last words, everybody?
I will just say, like I said, get good. Don't cry. Don't complain. Just do better. And
don't
at
get
the end
mad.
of the day,
scratch your ass and get glad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You'll be better off for it. You'll be better off for it. Look inward. Look inward. That's where it starts. And as far as I'm concerned, that's where it should end. And that's all I got to say.
Any last words, Rev?
I totally agree with the last gentleman.
Perfect.
Look inward.
Yes.
Look inward.
Any last words, Jay? Thank y'all for making me quick because I got to pee so bad.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to actually, with my last words, make a book recommendation.
Oh my goodness, we love a book recommendation. Let me get my pen.
Oh yeah, Bell Hooks, The Will to Change. The book covers men, masculinity, and love. Some of the things that she explored in the book, and it's not a long read actually. I think it's
Can you say the name
200.
again?
Yeah, The Will to Change.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
It's about 220 pages, I think. So it's not a very long read, but what she explored in the book is basically making it known that patriarchy failed us too, brothers.
Mhm.
It absolutely did, and it continues to. She explored the emotional lives of men or lack thereof. The idea that of love being a revolutionary act. She explores the accountability and healing in the book. I think it's amazing. I would love for more brothers to pick it up. So yeah, that's Bell Hooks, The Will to Change.
Yeah, what's about I love a good book recommendation. I forgot what I was about to say. Damn. He said that she talks about I don't even know what the fuck I was about to say.
Well, I can go through it quickly again. Patriarchy and how it failed
Thank
us.
you. Okay, you triggered it with
There
the
we go.
patriarchy. I think that with the word patriarchy, and they said, oh, men are the this, and that, and other black men, and us, and also two other men of different races feel like it was made for you. It was made for white T men.
Mm.
It wasn't made for you, but you
And
got caught up in the man part. Go ahead.
understanding intersectionality would let you know that. It would
Mm-hmm.
help you understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Just if you aren't white, straight, male, Christian, wealthy, able-bodied,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of this isn't made for you. So when you go down that list, each one that you check off that doesn't apply to you shows you where you land in the
Mm-hmm.
intersectionality of this all. So look up Kimberly Crenshaw if you're not familiar with the thought process actually.
Who? Look up who?
Kimberly Crenshaw.
Okay.
She coined intersectionality as a feminist thought, actually, in the late 80s, going into the 90s.
Can you put a
And
comment in the chat too so I can follow you? I can't follow you from here for some reason. I'm
okay,
streaming from
yeah.
the computer now. I'm trying to upgrade my experience, but I ain't always figured out how to do it all the way just yet. I ain't figured out everything.
Oh yeah, I do it, no problem.
Okay. Omega, any last words, love?
Yeah. Roast is necessary for process.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, like, and for progress, and and a lot of people just need to not be afraid of actually accepting their flaws, and especially black men, we need to look in the mirror and recognize some of the generational trauma that has been passed down to us.
Mm-hmm.
And only then we can heal. You know what I'm saying? So.
I agree. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna drop YouTube first, and then I'm gonna drop you guys because we have an outro. YouTube, y'all been acting up in them comments over there. Y'all been acting up in them comments, and we're working up on our super chat so that you could be able to send a super chat, and we will definitely read your comment out loud. Again, had you donated also too, we would also read your comment. Now, we didn't reach our goal for tonight, which was $94, but we love you guys, and I think that's a part of life too. Sometimes we set goal and we don't always reach them at the moment that we want to reach them, but that's okay, and we don't just give up on them. So I think that's also too what's most important.
Tony over there spazzing out.
Yeah, they losing it. But YouTube, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for being here. And we love you.